People like, you're making a hef now? It's like last year, I'm like, yeah, that one's called the 11th hour. It's kind of just a cheeky play on that. We kind of release it later than most people towards the end of the summer. I wanted to kind of be in there in that cusp between summer and fall. And now with summers lasting longer and longer these days, and we're in September and it's 80s, it's still a viable option.
Central Division team that I love to love, the Nashville Predators, of course. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for another Minnesota Wild hockey watch party, ladies and gentlemen. First game of a long road trip, ladies and gentlemen, and the first half of the season is not kind to the Minnesota Wild. They got this crazy road trip, which will take up the rest of October. Then they have another one in January. Then after that, it's just, 2 to 3 games of max, and they play a lot at home, where they historically dominate, even in this modern era. So anyways, got to start off strong here, but it's going to be tough with already the injury bug hitting the Minnesota Wild. Spurgeon not with them in the lineup right now. Ek hasn't even traveled with them yet and may not even be ready for the St. Louis game coming up soon as well, due to having a broken nose. Now, broken nose, better than a broken jaw, which when I saw that elbow to his face yesterday, that's what I feared it was. Glad to see, I guess I'm not glad to see it's a broken nose, but again, glad to see that it's not the jaw there, but still concerning nonetheless. And speaking of concerning, Spurgeon, man, who honestly out of the gate, despite being a little rusty, man, he was looking pretty good, and it's unfortunate that he goes down with a lower body injury. Now, he came off 2 of the worst surgeries that you can get as a hockey player later in his career to come back this season, and already with a lower body injury is concerning. So a lot of pretty much a shakeup in the lineup right now. Travis Boyd has joined the team. He's not in the lineup right now, but he will be traveling with them. And yeah, so the first line is going to stay intact. Rossi, Kaprizov, Zuccarello. Then on the back end, Middleton, Faber, Gustafson starting tonight. Brodin, Bogosian, Johansson, Hartman, and Boldy on the second line. Foligno, Huzendinov, Trent on the third line. Third line's still tough to play against. And the fourth line right now, Lauko, Gaudreau, and Liam Ogren dressing here tonight. Now, on the fourth line, obviously, we want to see what he can do offensively, but playing with a speedy player like Lauko and a guy like Gaudreau who does have the ability to move the puck and make passes, this isn't the most shut down fourth line where we might actually be able to see Ogren do something and get involved in some quick rushes there with Lauko, or even just be set up when Lauko chases it, because man, is he ever fast. But regardless, it is going to be tough tonight. Faber's going to be playing a lot of minutes like he has been tonight. Multiple 20, or I think both the games are 28 minutes. First 2 games of the season, over 28 minutes. Unbelievable. I only saw highlights. Fleury looked like he was fighting it last night. X likely playing in St. Louis, just not making him travel to Canada. Got you. Okay. So I was just listening to the pregame show, and they said that St. Louis was still a question mark. But, Sean, you're a lot smarter than me. You're a lot smarter than a lot of people who cover this team as well. So I will take your word for it. How's it going, Sean Cosgrove? And by the way, long time member and subscriber to the channel, Sean Cosgrove. What's up, hockey from home? Yes, happy real Thanksgiving to everybody this weekend. The better better on the calendar Thanksgiving actually creates some anticipation for Christmas versus having Thanksgiving then like 4 or 5 weeks later you got the same dinner all over again. What's up, RJ? Good to see you. Yes, let me know your score predictions, guys. Let me know your score predictions. And if you're watching on Twitter/X or Facebook, come over to YouTube and join our live chat. That's where it is buzzing. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to these watch parties, we do live play-by-play, commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. But I want to hear your game predictions, and I also want you folks to vote in the poll question. So I'll get a little ticker going on the bottom of the screen as well. We'll have it up next here, but yeah. Spurgeon out tonight. Eriksson Ek out tonight. Bro, just flat out broken. I love how they didn't say upper body injury because that would have been, quite frankly, kind of funny because it's like, yeah, duh, we all saw what happened. By the way, speaking of like what happened, bro, the NHL yesterday. What is this? Were we going back to like the 80s and 90s? Yesterday was, no, it sucked it occurred to Ek. I'm not going to lie. But like yesterday was an ode to old time hockey with like line brawls, sucker punches. Friggin' McKinnon wanted to fight the friggin' ref. Elbows to the face. I mean, man. As an old school hockey fan, someone who loves violence in sports, hence why I have a whole other channel that covers combat sports. I love that. Now again, unfortunately, it happened to Eriksson Ek there. Ogan on the fourth line, hate to say, yeah, but did you hear what I said when I was talking about it? This is actually a pretty quick fourth line. Like, Lauko's fast. We've seen that. Gaudreau's capable to play a little bit of offense. Like, he's not just a shutdown fourth liner. Now, not going to get a lot of minutes. And I think the reason's because it was kind of just like an emergency. We have to scramble here in a day. I don't think the Wild are going to play him there moving forward or play him in that shutdown role moving forward primarily. But however, he does have elements to that in his game. So like, I don't hate it because he's getting time when there's an injury. I don't love it, especially if it was planned to put him there, which I don't think it really was. I think it was kind of a reactionary. Well, we have bodies, we need bodies. He's going in there, and we'll make some adjustments on the fly. But again, like the Wild's fourth line is not like a Ryan Reeves ass slow, I'm gonna fight you, shut down fourth line, right? Like Lauko's quick, Ogren's pretty quick. Gaudreau has some offensive ability. Third line is awesome. If anything, this is more of a shutdown line than the fourth line, right? Would I have rather liked to see one of these two spots be for Ugrin? Well, I mean, Ogren, sorry. So like Johansson at center or Ogren on the wing. Yeah, for sure. But we might see shifts of that this game. We shall see. Winnipeg, a tough team to play against, man. Tough team to play against. I've been excited actually to see what they're going to bring this year, as they had quite a few guys. Well, they have quite a few guys in the minors, in the Manitoba Moose program, who are really good and like pretty much NHL ready. And some of them are big, some of them are mean, some of them are skilled. Like they have a pretty sleeper good prospect pool. Yes, Minnesota Wild upper body injury. Joel Eriksson Ek nose injury. But what does he have to show to stay in the lineup? Not much of a chance, to be honest. Hence why I said that. Fair, but like he wasn't in the lineup yesterday anyways, right? So it's like, okay, at least we get to see him with some minutes here. Would I rather him just be like straight up playing? Absolutely. But if he's going to be one of the extra guys on this road trip in particular, I don't hate that. I just don't want him to be cashing his air miles more than anybody else on this team. You know, like I would like for him to get into, you know, a regular role on the team sooner than later, or just be the fucking guy down in Iowa. Sean, yes. Motherfucking Marc-Andre Fleury. Definitely not at his best yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was a tough game. I was Saturday's my day to stream combat sports, and I streamed 15 hours straight of combat sports. So I missed most of the stuff live, but I caught up on everything today. And that's what I was saying. I was like, man, like yesterday for NHL was just buzzing. Not so much for the Minnesota Wild. But let me know your score predictions for this one. Let me know if you guys think we can get past Winnipeg here tonight. As always, we'll be doing play-by-play commentary. You'll see my reaction, and we want to interact with you guys throughout this entire stream. So get your comments in the live chat. If you're watching on Twitter/X or Facebook, get your ass over to YouTube. Subscribe to the Sota Pod. We're going to be doing multiple watch parties every single month. I got to get November's up, but I will in the next coming days. The next couple days, I'll say. Hold me to that in the comments. But I have all of October already scheduled. St. Louis is, I believe, the next one, and both the Florida games, and Pittsburgh, I think, is what's next. I think this year is going to be the most frustrating in years. They spent to be contenders, and while they might be similar to last year, I need to chill. So Ace, I respectfully disagree. So for me, this year, I know exactly what this year is going to be. It's either they sneak into the playoffs or they don't make the playoffs because the Central is very, very good. And I'm not going to lie. It's out there. I've said it in podcasts. I've said it in our flight series. And I've said it in, I think, even interviews and hits on Locked On Wild with Seth, who, by the way, Seth Topo from Locked On Wild will be joining us after or during intermission to talk about each period. I digress. I plug the show. But anyways, and I've said it before, like, I think the Jets are good, have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Wild. Narrowly. But I think Jets and Wild are in like the same tier as potentially a Utah, potentially a St. Louis, although less bullish on those two teams for sure. But I know exactly how this year is going to play out. It's next year that's interesting for me. Next year is the year that's either going to be a year to celebrate or a year to be frustrated about, in my opinion. Gus is the potential difference maker this year. And like, again, he's still like relatively young in his career. This is the type of season where it's like, all right, guy, like you're not a young you're not a prospect or a young goaltender in the league anymore. You've had your reps. We've seen we've seen glimpses of what your ceiling can be. Let's try to at least raise the floor, right? Good to see you, by the way, Ace, Keith, RJ, Hockey from Home, Sean. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I think contenders because BG spent a ton and extended a ton, hence why I keep them as contenders. We don't have flexibility because of it. Bad moves by BG. I will say there's too many guys that he brought in for sure, especially when some of these young guys are ready. But realistically, Riley Heidt, not ready. Ogren, yes, Ogren should be in the lineup, and Yurov should have come over this year. So that's two guys. I didn't like the three contract extensions last year. I think Hartman and Zuccarello would have been fine. Foligno's still, it's just too much middle of the pack guys, right? Deep team, but nothing extraordinary where like you want to put like three of those guys' money into one guy and have some young guys on the team. If Height was awesome and would have had to be sent down, if Yurov was here, right, and they were like having to bench him some games because of these older guys, then I'd be way more upset. I personally do not agree that Billy Guerin is putting together a contender team. I get where you're coming from. I think that's a little too drastic, personally. But again, that's just personally. I think most people know exactly what this year is going to be, and I don't even hate some of the extra pieces that they brought in. It just sucks because like I would have rather had a Trenin and or Lauco if Foligno and or Goudreau and wasn't here. Now again, Johansson's on his last year. He'll be gone next year. He contract season, and he's been playing really good. He's been playing really good thus far. Some other team will give him a lot of money. Billy Guerin won't sign. And if Billy Guerin signs him, I will join you guys. I will sharpen my pitchforks and I will load up the blowtorch as well. Not just torch. Like we're going pitchfork and blowtorch. And I will join you guys in the riot. But I know what this year is going to be personally. Next year is the year for me that's either exciting or frustrating. Fine to extend, but just 2 long contracts. See, I think 2 out of the 3 would have been fine. Obviously, yes, the contracts are a little long, but Zuccarello's isn't that bad. And honestly, Hartman's isn't that bad either. The Foligno one, and this isn't shitting on Foligno by any means, but the Foligno one is the one that was like the odd one out, in my opinion, especially because they probably, maybe not coming off last year with the injuries. So that was probably the tough part about it. you probably would have walked. Regardless, you probably could have traded him somewhere. May not have been able to get the value, but yeah. The Goudreau contract, though, like, oh my God. Like, I do think him and Johansson get too much hate in this market. However, I hate that contract. Hate that contract. I can't even say love the player, hate that contract, because I don't really love the player. Like, he's a fine bottom six guy. And Johansson is just kind of an anomaly because he plays well when he has to make his money. But, hey, I can't complain about Johansson so far at the start of this season. Tuesday, Wilders the Blues, 7:30 p.m. We will be streaming that. Saturday versus Blue Jackets, 7 p.m. I will not be streaming that. Tuesday, Wild versus Panthers. I will be doing that. It has not started yet from what I've seen. It has not started yet. We're about to get to it here soon, though. All right, we're going to get to it here soon, though. Looks like the national anthems are going to begin here momentarily, guys. Burn EA Sports to the ground. Yes, agreed. What's up, Hockey from Home 2? I put money on the game. Oh, what do you got? What are your bets? By the way, shout out to our friends at Better Edge. If you check out the Better Edge app and you go to betteredge.com/Sota pod, we'll give you $20 to play around with. It's a cool local, like, social media betting app. Again, developed in Minnesota. 52 other states, if I'm not mistaken. Or 42 other states, if I'm not mistaken. Jeez. And yeah, it's a really cool app. I don't bet much on sports at all. Even, the puck drop's about to go down actually right now. It looks like we skipped the national anthem on the broadcast here. All right, here we go. Puck has dropped. Game has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. I bet for 30 for both teams to score in the first round, or first period, and 30 over 2.5 goals. Let's go. Shout out to St. Paul Steel, yes, for keeping Hockey from Home from breaking into my house. All right, let's get to the play-by-play, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get to it here. 19:30 on the clock. Jets with it. Bringing it through the neutral zone right side. They lose possession. Again, wild D pairings, man. It's wild tonight. Not weird. It's wild. 19:20. Winnipeg sends it up the right side again. Gustafsson leaves it for his defender. Bogosian sends it to his right. Up to the left side here. Wild at possession. Back to the blue line. Shot outside the circle on the left side. Wild can't keep possession here, but good opportunity early. 18:50 on the clock. Let's go. 18:50 on the clock. Jets have it in the Wild zone. Behind the net. Nice hit. Oh, and going ham there was, of course, rushing in there. I believe that was, it was Zuccarello. Oh my goodness. Zuccarello just tried to lay a motherfucker out. But anyways, Jets still keep it in the zone here. Lose possession. Back up the left side. Not a clean pass trying to clear the puck. Jets still have it. Blue line. Left side. Jets. Morrissey sends it to the center. Tried to get a tip play going. Jets get it on the rebound. Jets still have it. Jets moving the puck well. Wild get possession back. 18 on the clock. And the Wild are getting a change. 18:02. Sorry. 17:52 on the clock. Jets have it. Sending it up the left side. Ringing it up the ice. Gustafsson passes back to the defender. Up the right side here. 17:40. Wild lose it in the Jets zone. Jets ring it around their netminder. Jets sending it to the center. Wild get it. Send it back in. And it looks like the Wild are going to change. Keep the comments coming, guys. Smash that like button. Let's try to get to 30 likes on the stream today. There's 22 people watching. We can get to 30 likes. And if you're watching on or if you're watching on Twitter, X, and or Facebook, come over to YouTube and join our live chat. Hellebuck versus Gustafsson. Yep. 17:15 and Ogren on the ice here. Getting a shift in. And I like him playing with Lauko. This is interesting. Oh, these Fanatics jerseys. I spit on them as I'm wearing one. No, just play-by-play, buddy. It's illegal to show the game. The NHL would shut down this channel so quick. 1708. No, it's so illegal to show the game, guys. Like, you know this. You're smart guys. You're smart guys. Oh, and a nice shot by the Jets. A great save by Gustafson. Rebound, though. You guys are smart guys. You know we can't show the game. That is so illegal. 1648. Because we don't own it, dude. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. We don't own NHL property. 1634. Wild. Pushing it forward here, right side. Don't have possession. Force Jets to ring it around the net. And kind of spaz out on the exit here. 1620. No icing. Puck was deflected in. Wild tried to make a pass. Unsuccessful due to just the Jets pressuring them in their zone, but Zuccarello gets it up the left side. Pass just missed Kaprizov there. Center right in front of the net. 15:50 on the clock. Oh, and there we go! There's a shot! And I cannot believe that beat Connor Hellebuck. Let's go! Let's go! All right, let's take a look at that. That happened so fast. That happened so fast. Left side of Hellebuck. Great way to start this. Oh, from the blue line tipped? Or did that go right in? I don't think that was tipped. If anything, it was tipped maybe from a Jets player, but great work by Zuccarello to get that going. Rossi sends it backwards there. Rossi sends it to the blue line, and it looks like it's just a straight. Yeah, that I don't think that was tipped. Beautiful stuff there. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 1-0 for your Minnesota Wild. Hines wants to win. Middleton from the blue line. Let's go, Wild. I never doubted you. Disagree with my previous votes. Yes, sir. Let's go. Cha-ching. Again, thank you to everybody watching on YouTube. Smash that like button if you haven't already. If you're watching on Facebook, X/Twitter, come over to YouTube. Link is in the description of the post. Come over to YouTube. That's where the live chat is buzzing. Let me know your goal predictions as well, or your score predictions as well. I'm going to say 3-2 Wild. Wild sent to the left side. Shot from center. Hellebuck, puck loose. Looking for it. Finds it there. Nice job by the Wild. They're going to get the face-off in the Jets zone. Always concerning to have Merrill on the ice, but hey, they got a shot opportunity nonetheless. John Merrill actually with the shot there. Not bad, not bad. Again, Matthew Boldy leading the team right now with 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists. Great start for him thus far. And Johansson, point per game. Wild win the faceoff. Right side, left side. Up the ice there. Not a clean shot. 15-17 on the clock. $15-10. Up the left side. Good job in the neutral zone. Wild slap it in deep. Oh, Hellebuck gives it up and just too crazy of an angle there. Unable to capitalize where the Wild have possession. Moving the puck well here, the Wild in the offensive zone. Get a shot. That goes wide. 14-48. Oh, and another. There's a turnover there in the Jet zone. Wild get it. Wild, great job moving the puck here. They send it back around. Yeah, Hardman was on his way to the bench, but said, notice that we got possession. They're moving the puck. I'm going to come right back up there. Wild lose possession here. Jets take it through the neutral zone. Jets dumping in. Shot there. Caught by Gustafson. And we have a tripping call. Totally out of view. I have no idea who tripped who here, but we shall see. 14-20. Just go back to be fair. 4-year deals are what I'm upset about. Sign Foligno, Trenton, Hartman, Freddie. All do 2 to 3 deals. Not a bad deal. 4 years. And yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, and it's unfortunately going to be on the Minnesota Wild. Yeah. Yeah. Tripping call on Trenton. Mid section confused me because of Zeev coming this year. $14-14. What are you watching the game on? Bally Sports? Officiating has been so bad early this year. Are the other games this bad? Yesterday was probably the worst out of the whole bunch, but it hasn't been great. Not to where our new PK coach got this. 13:48. Winnipeg with a shot. Nice job by Gustafson. Nice job by the way. Gustafson has been pretty good thus far this season. I know this is only a second game, but still. And I hear you on the 4-year contracts, man. But I also am in the camp of like, I'm a little bit column A, a little bit column B. I'm also in the camp where like we need space for some of these young guys who are ready, but not all of them are ready yet. So Jets moving the puck well. Left side. Back to the blue line. Shot. Great save by Gustafson. Beautiful save by Gustafson, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. 58 seconds still remain on the Jets power play. Oh my God, that left pad save. Just to the right to him, pass to the center, and he read that perfectly. Man, he's dialed tonight. He's dialed. Puck drop again here, 55 on the clock. Morrissey with it. Morrissey to the left side. Back to Morrissey. Up the right side for the Jets. Jets outside that right circle. Back to the blue line. Back to the right side. Shot above Gustafson. Jets keep it in, but the Wild try to smack that all on the floor outside of their zone, and they get it. Jets have it. Trying to get back in. 25 on the clock. Gus is back. Gus has been on his game early this season. Come on, Jets just won. 12:36 on the clock for the first period. 10 remain on the power play for the Jets. And the Jets send it back to the blue line. Wild, a little bit out of place there, but a great save by Gustafson again. Final seconds of the power play. Shot from the blue line. Ricochets to the right of Gustafson. And that's going to do it for the Jets power play, but they still have possession. Shot there. Goes left and wide. And both teams are going to get a change. Great penalty kill by Minnesota. Even better showing by Gustafson. Hey, dude, we're going to do this every single week, man, for the remainder of the season. So happy to have you here anytime. Beautiful pass by Brodin to Kaprizov. Kaprizov couldn't hold on to it at center. Kaprizov gets it here. 1-on-3. Oh my God, he's so good. Kaprizov evades pretty much everybody back to the blue line, but they was too close to the blue line. That puck's going to go out of the zone. They got to reset here. Back through center. Again, beautiful job coming through. Nice pass by Kaprizov to the left side, just off. And they're up front making it dirty here, trying to poke this through. And of course, it's Rossi just involved in all that, man. For a smaller guy, he's tenacious, man. Plays with tenacity. Great work there. They tried to dig at it. Great save by Hellebuck, and we're going to go to commercial break. Again, smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications so you never miss an upload, so you never miss a live stream. By the way, we upload content every single day. Clips from the podcast, original content, player interviews, coaches interviews, straight up hockey interviews with Joe Smith, beat writer for the Minnesota Wild, writing for The Athletic Minnesota. We also have live streams, 2 podcast recordings / live streams every week, Monday and Wednesday, as well as these watch parties sprinkled in as well. Wild don't look like they played last night. Dude, that is such a great point. They look sharp, but it's still the first period. They could gas out hard, as the Winnipeg Jets Canadian ass players would say. Hard. And fans. They could gas out hard in the second and third. I guess all that conditioning stuff works. That is true, though. They are professional athletes. And these ain't no 80s NHL athletes who are smoking between periods. Shoot, man. Kippersoft smoked between periods until he retired. I went to a Flames game in like 2011, 2012, and Kipper was literally smoking under the fan smoking area. Fucking pads and all. Between the second and the third period. Gotta love Kippersoft. Who do you think is going to win tonight? What's up, Archer? I think that the Minnesota Wild are going to win tonight 3-2. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I would not be surprised at all if the Jets come back strong in the second and third due to the Wild having played a very tough game yesterday and losing some key pieces in their top/second line center in Eriksson Ek, as well as one of their top defensemen in Jared Spurgeon. By the way, guys, if you dig my vibe and you're a fan of boxing as well, I will be live. It's going to be early. I will be live 4 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, but in a few hours to cover the Nikitani boxing match, just saying. But anyways, let's turn our attention back to this game here, back from commercial break. 11:10 on the clock in this first period. Shots 5 apiece. Jets have it. Jets on the left side. Jets behind the net. And Pionk with a shot. Niederreiter fed it to him. Don't take a stupid penalty, Merrill. All right, good job there. Good job there. Merrill trying to feed it out. Jets get it, though, in the neutral zone. Jets back with possession. Jets have been moving the puck well once they set up, too. This has honestly been a really, really good first period of hockey. Oh, beautiful pass by Zuccarello feeding Kaprizov. Kaprizov tries a nifty move there. I was like between or around the legs of the defender. Doesn't get it here, but the Wild still trying to pressure the Jets. They don't. Jets with a quick rush into the Wild zone. Wild 2-on-1. Great pressure there. Separate the man from his puck, but the Jets still have it here. Left side. Jets with a shot. That goes wide. Yeah, no, for sure. But it still is impressive. It still is impressive. But hopefully they can just play that shutdown style and not have to chase the Jets around too much. What's up, Ronaldo? Or Rolando. I'm sure Hines will remind the guys not to let the intensity down after scoring. The Jets D looks pretty good considering they lost a few offseason. Well, that's what I'm saying, Ace. Like, they had so many guys for the Manitoba Moose who were NHL ready, and some of them had played like 40 plus games a season before for NHL teams, right? One for the Jets in particular. So like they've had guys who are like ready to fucking go. So I had no concerns. And they have good offensive guys in the minor league system as well, but especially on defense, there's some guys that I really liked. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Great to be back here streaming with you guys. 9 minutes on the clock here. Jets bring it up the right side. I mean, in fairness, the Wild's defense has been pretty damn good tonight, too, considering they lost Spurgeon and had to shake things up a little bit. So I'm glad Chisholm's in the lineup. Obviously, not glad Merrill's in the lineup, but it is what it is. Sucks Damon Hunt isn't here. 8:41 Wild have it. Right side of Hellebuck. 3-on-1. Ogren. Great job by Ogren for the most part, keeping that puck. It escapes. Jets get it. Ogren, good job defending it on 3 guys. Wild get possession back in their own zone. Very back and forth and competitive game here. It's awesome that the Wild have the lead. Because, I mean, again, the third period could be tough for the Wild if and where likely they gas. However, it's like this is a tight game, back and forth. Both goalies playing well. Like I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. All right, we're going to another commercial break here. Again, reminder, we're going to have our friend and your Seth Topol of Locked On Wild join us during the intermissions, I should say. So if you have any comments or questions for him as well, Get them in the live chat. I can bookmark them so you can get them in now or live when he joins us. And let me know your takeaways as well after the first period. As always, we're totally interactive. If you're on Facebook or Twitter/X right now, come over to YouTube. Join our live chat. Like I said, we are totally interactive. We want to hear from you. Vote in the poll question too. And speaking of, since this is a commercial break, let's check on the poll question. Let's check where we are at on the poll question right now. And again, don't be shy. We're trying to get to 30 likes on the video, by the way. There's 30 people watching. If all of you smash that like button right now, we'll hit our goal, and that would be awesome.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
All right, poll question. 40 votes. Nice, guys. Thanks so much for voting. Who wins tonight straight up? 57% say Winnipeg Jets, 44% say the Wild. Now, I have no issue with that coming in, especially after playing last night. Tough game, frustrating game. 2 top players out of the lineup. That's probably the smart pick. I did say 3-2 Wild win. And that was right before puck drop. You can quote me on that. Hey, what's up, Scott? Good to see you, man. Sorry I was watching, but didn't press the like. All good, all good. Glad you did now. Scott, favorite hockey team? I feel like you've told me before, but I forget off the top of my head. Favorite hockey team? Scott's one of our subscribers from the City Life. Good to see you, Scott. All right, puck drops. Right of Hellebuck. Wild lose the draw, but get it back in their own zone. Nice job. Bogosian, I've actually liked his play this year thus far, guys? And a great job, Wild, getting good forecheck by the Wild. Wild have it in the Jets zone. Left side, battling on the wall here. Who's Nadinov, of course, mucking it up in the center of it. Great job, Wild. Do they get it? No, they don't keep it here. Jets sending it in. Red Wings, baby. Legendary team, who I still think will be good very, very soon. I don't know who's up next year off the top of my head right now, Keith. I'd have to look at that. But that's maybe something we can explore in the break. I'll bookmark this. I just want, to be honest, internally, it's freaking Yurov, man. It's Yurov and Riley Height being ready. Are 2 awesome guys you can put in your lineup. And then whoever's even a $6 to $7 million player, right? Maybe you can nab up with some of the space you have. But honestly, it's going to be tough because you're not going to have a lot of space because you got to re-sign Kaprizov. So it's basically I can't really even if I had the list in front of me, I couldn't answer that question until I know how much they're going to pay Kaprizov, right? Third pair's played very well. And Rossi goes down hard there. Little discomfort, but just doing a little stretch there. Hopefully he'll be okay. Yeah, I don't think you'd have to give up a lot to get him. Last year was the year to try to nab him, but I don't think he's going to be cheap to get. And the Wild are going on the power play here due to the trip on Rossi. Rossi's looking to become an assist magnet this season, which I'm okay with, Dougie. And because he plays a two-way game, a hard-nosed game. And hey, what are centers supposed to do primarily? Pass the damn puck, baby. All right, Wild win the face-off. Wild's first power play of the night, and a nice shot from center. Hoping we get a nice add to at the trade deadline, depending on where they are in the standings. It's going to be interesting. I'm totally down with that, by the way. Do Joe's penalty, go Rossi. Give Kaprizov whatever he wants. Give him Lake Minnetonka too, while we're at it. Everything that he wants. All right, Faber out of his own zone. 6 minutes and 23 on the clock. Minnesota Wild, 1 minute and 15 seconds on the power play. Wild gain the zone. Good job by the Jets there. Poke check, but Wild retain it, but they don't. And there's a turnover here. Turnover and not quite a breakaway. Great defense. Gustafson out to play that there. Who Who was that? Okay, it was Zuccarello skating back, and a nice job by Zuccarello, able to separate the man from the puck without taking a penalty. That was scary. That was scary. Are we all going to have a draw here? Man, yeah, great job by Zuccarello there. What's good, CG? It's good to see you, buddy. Shoot, I have the wrong bobblehead on my desk. I got to change it up here. I do have my Wild jersey on, but I was streaming some combat sports yesterday. And they were asking me, they wanted me to show off some of my bobbleheads, so I had Big Bert on the table. 5 after break, I'll switch it, I promise. 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Neutral zone. 30 seconds on the power play. Left side. Good defense by the Jets there, but the Wild ring the puck around. Rev the Canucks with the Bert. Big Bert, baby. 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. I don't know if I'll be streaming a Canucks game between Wild. I might go to one when they're here. Tavares, Marner, Radnan, Hall. Yeah, I don't want any of those, to be honest. 5 minutes on the clock. Nice. Love it. Love Zuccarello. I mean, Sam Bennett would be sick, to be honest. I don't want... And there's no way they'll be able to pay Marner. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. We go to commercial break here. Good job of the Jets for killing off the Wild power play. Again, I'm just banking on Judd Brackett and some of these guys popping, and the Wild just able to hold on to Kaprizov and really develop internally. No, that's not to say like sign a guy here and there, but no more of these, bottom six guys. Let's take a step up in tier when we know what the hell the financial situation is going to look like, right? Hey, thank you so much. Like and subscribe for the boy. That hustle from Zuccarello and Gus has guts. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. I think you might be right. Rossi's a tough bird, shaking it off and back at it. Dougie. Boldy will pop off this year if he stays healthy. Yup. Real question is, are we going to be able to afford Rossi? I think he will have a huge season. I think they'll make that work because that's someone they are going to build around. Especially if he can play with Kaprizov all year, it's like, okay, you found your top center. Ek can play that second line, and boom, you have two insane lines. At the end of the day, like, the Wild have to get Gaudreau off the books, and they might have to include a Jack Pert, somebody like that, one of their prospects who is likely maybe even a Lambeau, someone who's never going to, or is very, O'Rourke maybe, like they have to sweeten up the deal to get him off the books. So like trade Gaudreau for whatever, let's say a 4th round pick, and you include a Jack Pert or, like I said, one of their prospects that is probably not going to make the team in the next few years. They have to clear up some of that money. Doing okay. Didn't travel to Canada, but might be there for St. Louis. I'd bridge him now. I think his agent's probably like, we're going to wait a little bit. Thank you. 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock here. Oh, big hit. Oh my God, big hit by the Minnesota Wild. That was beautiful. Wild get the puck. Wild up the right side. Kind of just dumped it there. Oh, another hit there. Man, the Wild throwing the body around here tonight. Let's go. Jets have it in the Wild zone. Again, Wild, very physical tonight. You love to see, and not taking penalties while being physical. Wild have it on the left side. Trennan. Or sorry, Ogren. Ogren has it. My apologies. Ogren has it. Gaudreau helping him out here. Ogren mucking it up, man. He's lost the puck there twice, but not like he hasn't lost the battle. It's like a Jet hasn't walked away with it. The puck just kind of trickled away from that battle. Ogren again tied up there. Puck trickles out. Are they going to go for a change? Looks like it. The re-signing Rossi issue is something created by Billy Guerin. He could have gotten him reasonably if we'd have signed him this summer. Assuming that Rossi's camp wasn't like, no, we're going to play out this year and see how it goes, right? I agree if that has been confirmed that Rossi's camp was uninterested in signing an extension right now. Of course. But again, not the worst problem to have. Wild could be top power play of the league if they can stay healthy. I like Lauko a ton. He's been fun to watch. He's young and he is wicked fast. Wicked fast. God, guys, I love the live chat's buzzing here today. This is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. And like I said, if you're watching on Twitter/X or Facebook, get your ass over to YouTube. The boys, the Wild fans, the homies, the great subscribers and community that we're building here, we're all talking in the live chat, and this has been awesome. So thank you, guys. Puck drop. Jets win in a shot. Great save by Gustafsson, who's looked very, very sharp tonight. Like, what a tremendous first period of hockey. Back and forth affair. We've seen some big hits. We've seen some good penalty kill action from both teams. We've seen some good power play action. I mean, we've seen okay power play action, I should say. Rossi's agent wasn't even contacted by the Wild. Well, then there you go. I like Lauko a ton. He's been fun to watch. Wild could be top, power play league if they can stay healthy. Two minutes and 57 seconds left in this period. What are your guys' takeaways from this period? Like I said, for me, it's been a little bit of everything. Mostly, it's been a fast-paced period. My goodness. What are the numbers as far as minutes so far? I'll bring that up on screen, or I'll bring that up here in a sec. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Chisholm on his man hard. Shot from the blue line, and another great save by Gustafsson, man. We're going to have another whistle here. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Boldy, already almost 5 minutes. Kaprizov, almost 6. Rossi, almost 6 as well. Bogosian, 6. Chisholm, almost 6. Faber, almost 7, bro. Dude, the guy's clocked so many minutes. It's absolutely insane. 2 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock. Wild send it back. Left side. Wild up the left. Boards don't get it. Jets have it now. Jets over the blue line. Jets send it around. Good battle here behind the net. And Foligno gets it up the neutral zone. Back to reinforcements. Bogosian is joining the rush here. Former Winnipeg Jets and Atlanta Thrasher, Zach Bogosian. Wild still have it. Back to the defense. Wild are going to have to just break out again here. But great forecheck here by the Jets. And a lot of pressure here. And the Jets just pick their pocket right in their own zone. Wild have to send it back here. Faber pressured. Sends it behind. Jets read that play perfectly. Jets on the Wild here. Attack in the final minute and a half. Faber sends it up the left side. Wild get it here. Kaprizov. Beautiful stuff. Tried to send it center. Unable to get to Rossi. Nice job by Rossi getting away from Scheifele, but Scheifele gets it back here as the puck was bouncing around the neutral zone. Wild get it up the right side. Great job. Kaprizov tried to get to Rossi. Doesn't land. And I think we're going to get one more change. 1 minute left in the opening period here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take your comments for a bit, then we'll bring on Seth Topol. Oh, and an opportunity there by the Jets, and great save again by Gustafsson. "43 seconds Back in the Jets zone. Jets looking to break out. Jets with the Knights pass through the middle, broken up. Jets still have it. Bogosian's been great too. Second line's been a little quiet. Hope to see them a little bit more active, a little bit more noticeable in the second and third period. 2 seconds on the clock here. Jets with a chance there, covered up by Gustafson. One final face-off. I'm not high on Chisholm. What do people see in him? I see him as a bottom pair guy. Not that I hate. I just don't see much more. He can move the puck well. He's good on the power play. He's still young enough where he could develop to be a solid bottom pairing guy who can play, in the second pairing if needed. And they got him for free. So you might as well, see what you can get out of him. And why would you not use him over Merrill is the real question. Still so underrated in this league. No cap. Crystal so underrated. No, for sure. No Caprice. That's good. Takeaway. Pleasant surprise. I like to use a wild effort thus far. And whoa! No! Off the draw, the Jets shoot and scored. That is a dagger. I bet you Vancouver Scouts are watching this game. They're looking for transportation, aka a bus. That's true. They are. Oh, man. That is gut-wrenching. You got it right at literally the final second. Final second of the first period. Scheifele scores off the face-off. There's 0.7 seconds left on the clock in the first period. So I think you got it, Bird. Bird had both teams scoring in the first period. Okay, they're going to put 1 second back on the clock. Oh my God, that's gut-wrenching, guys. Wow. We have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game here. Now we have to just see if the Wild can maintain playing at that pace, ladies and gentlemen. First period. I can't believe it either. Scheifele, what's up, CEO? That is crazy. So Byrne had a bet going. He had both teams scoring in the first period, and he gets it. How you doing, CEO? How you doing? Good to see you. What are you up to what have you been up to this weekend? What have you been up to this weekend? All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And then on the other side, we are going to bring on our friend and yours, Seth Topol of Locked On Wild. If you're new to the channel, we do live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. The live chat has been absolutely buzzing. Thank you to almost 40 people in the live chat right now. I love it. Don't forget to vote in the poll question. Don't forget to smash that like button. Our goal is 30 likes. Let me just check in on Seth here. But we have a new partner on these watch parties. A local brewery here in Minnesota, 9 Mile Brewing. And we're going to hear from them here in the break. I'm going to fill up my water bottle here, drink my last cup of coffee, and then we'll bring on Seth Topol here to talk about that first period. We want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. So in the live chat here, if you have any questions for Seth, if you have any comments, takeaways, notes on this first period, I want to hear it. Yes, sir. I mean, overall, I just want a good game, but cover the Minnesota Wild, Minnesota-based podcast, so obviously want to see them do well. Anyways, Seth Topol on the other side. Do not go anywhere. Refill your snack bowl. Grab another drink. Shadow box your frustration out that the Jets scored in the last freaking second of the first period. Hey, You're a Jets fan? Good luck, CEO. Hey, we love both teams' fan bases in the live chat here. That's what these watch parties are all about. Obviously leaning a little bit in the Wild's direction there, but we're happy to have you here too, buddy. I'm calling 4-1 Jets tonight. Damn, locking it in. I got a 3-2 Wild, but we'll talk about that and more on the other side. Let me know your thoughts on the first period. Any questions for Seth? And we'll dive into all that and more. 1-1 after one. Seth Topol on the other side from Locked On Wild to discuss all things from that first period. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One after one, ladies and gentlemen, in Winnipeg, and we have our friend and yours, host of Locked On Wild, Seth Topol, to discuss everything, the good, the bad, and ugly from that first period. Seth, how are you?
Doing good. Well, I should say I'm doing 99.9% good as we hop in here for the first intermission, but 99.99% is still pretty good, but not 100.
Well, takeaways from the first period. What are yours?
It's a good road period. I thought the Wild played pretty well. You know, they hung right with the Jets, and you'd expect, especially with a game that went to the shootout, there to be some tired legs, but the Wild pushed the tempo at points. Philip Gustafsson, I thought, looked really good, but this is the same kind of thing that we were talking about in last night's game. Is you do a lot of really good things, and it comes down to like one or two plays that lead to you going in tied to the first intermission. That final face-off of the first period, the Jets drop a play. If you win that face-off, if you can just even push that off to the side, then you're going into the first intermission up 1-0. But you know, I was, I guess, a little surprised considering what we've seen from these two teams over the last couple of years that, you know, there were some hits thrown, but it didn't get overtly physical. Like both teams were just kind of playing their game. And I think that speaks to how early we are in the season. But all in all, good road period for the Wilds. It's going to be key for them to not let it get to 2-1 down after giving up that goal right before you go into the break.
Yeah, again, I mean, you got to create your own luck. I get it. I'm way more positive coming out of this period. I think there was just overall an incredible period of hockey, a good back and forth affair, crazy fast pace. And around the 10-minute mark of the period, there were a lot of hits. The Wild in particular hitting that third and fourth line, man. They're hitting everything that can move. Lauko and Trennan in particular. Even Zuccarello laying the body out early in the first. So I really like how the Wild so far anyways, and I know they played yesterday, so they could gas out either in this second period or, you know, most likely in the third. But overall, I love the back and forth. I love how each team, once they set up, have been moving the puck very, very well in the offensive zone. Each of the special teams have been playing well. And Gustafsson has been playing excellent. He's like the star of the period, in my opinion. I would like to see a little bit more of that second line. I think the second line has been quiet, but Gustafsson, Bogosian, Rossi, and even Ogren, who's mucked it up a little bit, has been the guy just fighting for the puck against like 2 to 3 guys up against the boards at times. He hasn't necessarily lost the puck. It's not like it's the Jets who've carried the puck away from those exchanges. Like the puck eventually trickled out and the Jets got it, unfortunately, both times. And you know what? Like at the end of the day, I was saying that the Wild were pretty lucky in their own right. not that it was a lucky goal or anything, but lucky in their own right to be up in that period, given how tight it was, how back and forth it was, how even it was, both in shots and pretty much like every other stat there. So definitely a dagger, definitely gut-wrenching. The final minute after the Wild actually doing pretty well in the face-off dot themselves in that first period, that it's that final second, that last face-off, that is that goal. But hey, it restarts. We're back, tied up, ready to go. And what do you think we're going to see in this second period?
I think the Wild need to just continue to lean on that top line. They were by far the best line in the game against Seattle. They were the best line out there on the ice, and they have had some good push here so far tonight. But you keyed in on it. It's time for the second line. I know no Joel Eriksson, but especially on the road, this is where you need your top two lines to really be able to kind of feed off of each other, because what Winnipeg's going to do, if that Kaprizov line is the only one that's really generating solid chances, they're just going to key in on that line for the rest of the game. And so the Boldy crew, they've had a couple of decent opportunities in the first period. Just need to keep it going. And best thing that can happen is just a nice push from the Wild right out of the intermission break. Just go right back on the offensive, right back on the attack, and really force the issue to the Jets. Like that was one of the interesting things after the game last night against Seattle. Is John Hines talked about he didn't really have a problem with a lot of what the Wild did. I thought it was exactly what you need from the offense to just keep pushing, but we just need to turn the volume up a little bit on that second line, get a couple more looks, and I think I think they're in a good spot.
Yeah, overall a way better first period from the Wild than I expected.
Yeah,
my thing is just can they keep up this pace for two more periods? That's the thing. Yeah. But they have been pretty disciplined despite playing physical. But again, my two key takeaways is how fast it was, how back and forth it was. Gustafsson and Bogosian. Those are my key takeaways from that first. Let's turn to the live chat a little bit here. Sam, good to see you. Yo, Sam, come over to YouTube, man, and join our live chat here. That's where it's a buzzing. Dougie's saying what's up to Seth. CEO, first goal, good goal, but little lucky goal. Jets, goal, good goal. What's up, B Lake? It's time to move on from Spurgeon. Can't have the captain leading from the hospital every season. Yeah, very unfortunate. Do you know any details on that, Seth? Is it egregious? No. Is it day to day? Is it like, okay, we're going to keep him away for like a week, or what's going on there?
So what Russo tweeted was that he is going to be evaluated. It sounds like it's a lower body. I have been trying.
Whatever the hell that means.
I've been racking my brain to see if there was anything that stood out from the first couple of games. And like he hasn't even really taken that much contact in either of the first two games either. So I don't know if it's just I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a tweak.
Well, hopefully then it's not too bad if it it wasn't due to any contact or something like that.
Yeah, like there's nothing that I can think of that sticks out. Like, okay, that's definitely where this happened. So a tweak, a pull, you know how it is with the NHL. The injury designations are as vague as possible, and we hardly ever. Like, I was surprised that the Wild actually announced that that Eriksson had a broken nose. Like, I was surprised that they actually clarified that as opposed to just saying upper body. But
I know I was joking about that early in the stream as well, but I think because I thought it was a jaw, like I thought it hit him in the jaw at first, so I was like, hey, broken nose, as much as that sucks, like it's better than a freaking broken jaw. So like that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, and his is a 1 game absence. Like it sounds like he's going to be full, ready to rock by Tuesday against the Blues. So
that's good. That's good.
Big sigh of relief there, but obviously now we are waiting to see what the case is with the captain.
Yeah. Brock Faber, already 8 minutes of ice time in the first period. I mean, talk about a guy who has a gas tank, right? We're talking about gas tank for the Minnesota Wild here, back-to-back games. I mean, are they just going to continue to roll him out there and he's going to play like Drew Doughty style minutes for the rest of the season again?
I mean, the crazy thing is he just continues to do whatever the Wild ask him to do, and there really isn't a huge drop off in performance. There was last year, but we know why, because he was playing with broken ribs for the final 2 months of the season. He just, every time the team asks him to do something, he just is like, all right, sure, and he steps up and he does it, no questions asked. So, especially early in the year, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they lean on him a little bit. I'm sure they'll lean on Brodin a bit, at least until we have an idea as to what is going on with Spurgeon.
All right. Predictions for the second period, Seth.
Well, because I like to just continue to tout that the Locked On Wild effect is a tangible thing, I'm calling Matt Boldy on the score sheet again.
All right. Yeah, for me, he's been the most quiet on that second line, so I hope to see a little bit more from him here in the second as well.
It would be nice, because it feels like if the first line plays like this and continues to play like this, feels like they're going to get one tonight just by the energy that they've been able to bring into the offensive zone. But if that second line can match it, then Winnipeg might be in a little trouble.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll be back for period number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And after the second period, for the second intermission, we'll bring Seth back on to talk about the second period of this game. Thank you so much, Seth. Chat, keep the comments coming. We'll get right back to you here on the other side. Back to the live chat, back to the play-by-play, back to Wild Jets coverage here on the Sota Pod. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
People like, you're making a hef now? It's like last year, I'm like, yeah, that one's called the 11th hour. It's kind of just a cheeky play on that. We kind of release it later than most people towards the end of the summer. I wanted to kind of be in there in that cusp between summer and fall, and now with summers lasting longer and longer these days, I mean, we're in September and it's 80s, it's still a viable option.
Central Division team that I love to love, the Nashville Predators, of course.
And we are back here live on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets coverage here. Period 2 coming up here in a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, a Wild tied with the Jets, a 1-1 here. Great back and forth period. Great hockey as a whole in that first period. Unfortunately for the Wild, they lose their lead as the Jets tie things up in the final second of the first period. Let's get back to the live chat before we get back to play-by-play here. If you guys are new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe. We post clips of all the podcasts under our network here daily. We have live shows, podcast recordings, and live hockey talk shows Monday and Wednesday, and multiple watch parties like this throughout the whole season. Spurgeon is 5'6" and 34 years old. That's what it is. I think it's a wear and tear more than the size. But so I agree with one of those two. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for joining us here. You're from the EU, by the way. Seth, you have a nice podcast. You should get more viewers, though. He gets quite a few viewers, by the way. He gets quite a few viewers. He's also on the audio side of things. Faber's a minute munching animal. I have the Dallas Stars in that one. Seth with a bold prediction. Mine too. I think that Ogren will get an assist on the board. You know what? For some reason, I kind of feel that as well. His forechecking has been good. If one of those pucks just pops out center in the Jet zone and the Wild get it, then we're going to get a goal. Hot take, Freddie G gets a goal. I could see Freddie getting a goal. Apple from Ogren. I like that. And puck drops for the second period, ladies and gentlemen. Isha, who do you think is winning the Battle of Alberta? Probably Edmonton, but I'll be rooting for Calgary. 19 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Jets have it coming through the neutral zone. Dump it in left side. Gus has been doing a good job of playing the puck this evening thus far. Whistle here on the Wild's entry. We're going to get a face-off right outside of the Jet zone. Sounds good, hockey. You do you. If there's anything I learned from Hockey from Home over the weekend was you do you. Put Freddie with Kirill Kaprizov. (19 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock here. Wild unable to clear it. Oh, it was icing for the Wild there, so actually the faceoff came into the Wild zone. But Wild have it now, and hand pass to Boldy. And the Wild can change. Put Freddie Kaprizov. You just wanted to derail the stream, Hockey, and that wasn't cool. 19 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. Wild try to pass it up through the neutral zone. Wild have it, right side. Hartman to the blue line. Or sorry, not Hartman. Jeez. Oh, and almost a shot there. Or almost an opportunity there. I shouldn't even say a shot. Puck trickled on that right side. It's Foligno, not Hartman. Sorry, guys. I mean, that would have been maybe... Who's the Dino? If he got a piece of that, it was high. But regardless, who's the Dino was in front of the net there and puck trickled. Oh! Right under Hellebuck there. It was going to go wide, I think, regardless. But damn. Face off. Wild have possession. Faber tried to send it up through the neutral zone. Jets get it. 3-on-1. They break it up. Wild have it. Wild begin their breakout. Up the left side. Faber loses it. Faber back to the puck, though. Beat Scheifele to it. Wild have it. Right side of the net. They send it up the boards on the right side. They have it in the Jet zone. It's a 2-on-1 and a shot goes wide there. Beautiful opportunity for the Minnesota Wild. Jacob Middleton joined the rush and he shoots it wide. Jake Middleton huffing and puffing there a little bit. So he got involved in the play there with Foligno. It's 2-on-1. Foligno and Middleton. And yeah, Middleton, doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. No, you did, Hockey from Home. You did. You had every intention to derail the stream yesterday. And you did, so. So there you go. (18 minutes on the clock here in the second period. Shots 10-8 for the Minnesota Wild. And both of these netminders have had a great start. Connor Hellebuck Good start for the Winnipeg Jets. Love his helmet, by the way. The art on there. No neck guard, too. Friggin' Hellebuck. What a beast. 15 seconds on the clock. I think you're going to do it again, though, Hog from home. That's the thing. Trust has been shaken. 17:50 on the clock. But thank you for apologizing. 17:42. Wild right side. Unable to make that short pass, and the Jets get it. Jets through neutral zone. Dump it in. 17:30. Lauco through center. Nice pass to the left side. Losing it. Regrouping here, the Wild. Breaking out again here. Left side. Brodin tried to get to Ogren. Wild still have it. Ogren on the ice here, and we're going to have a whistle. I think that went high. 17:08 on the clock in the second period, ladies and gentlemen. Still a 1-1 game. Shots 11-8 in favor of the Jets. Again, big shout out to everybody joining us here. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. Next game we're going to cover is St. Louis. Hope to see you guys there. Kaprizov rips it to the other side of the ice. Bouncing puck, shot, and a nice save by Hellebuck. Bogosian's had a good game thus far, ladies and gentlemen. Former Atlanta Thrasher and Winnipeg Jet, Zach Bogosian, has looked damn good for the Wild this game. Face-off. Won by the Jets. Can they get it out of their zone? They do. Neutral zone back into the Wild zone. Wild get it, but kind of bubble fucked the puck there. Was talking good about Bogosian. He loses the puck there, but the Wild get it back here on a failed attempt to get the puck back to the blue line by the Jets. Wild have it. Neutral zone left side. Kaprizov trying to forecheck. Jets have it. Up through center. Not a really good pass by the Jets or the Wild, but Jets have it here. Jets right side. Jets looking for a shot here. Nice save by Gustafson and Kenny. Cover it here. Puck trickles to the left side. Gustafson doesn't have a stick. And the Jets have it. Right side. Send it back in the middle. Oh my goodness. Great job by Gustafson there. Oh man, that scared me too. And Gustafson couldn't find it. Jets had it back to the right side, sent it back in, but a good job by the Wild. $15:51 on the clock. So it was a little bit of like a give and go. Coming to the left side of Gustafson. Shot, rebound, puck goes to the right side, then trickles right through the crease of Gustafson. 15:51 on the clock in this second period. Face off to the right side of Gustafson. Jets win it. Jets face off starting to look really good. Definitely better so far in this second period. Nice save by Gustafson. And here we go again. Keep the comments coming, by the way, guys. Comment-driven live stream, as always. Wild win the face-off here. Can they keep possession? They do. They do send to the neutral zone. Can they win the battle there? They do. Oh! Good job by, what was that? Johansson getting involved in the play there. That second line's out there on the ice. Again, not as loud when Eriksson Ek is not with them for sure, but let's see if Boldy can get something going. The Gus Bus doesn't need a stick. It's an automatic save. 15 minutes on the clock here. Jets have it. Left side. Neutral zone. Nice pass. Cross ice here. And keeping that puck was the Jets. Hard battle there. Jets keep it up the left side. Shoot. I don't know if that hit the post or not, but that was close. And the Wild keeping the puck here, but falling to the ground. They're going to get a change. What's up, Anthony? Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets here. Losing is the Jets. Right side for the Wild. Try to send it center. Nobody there. Kaprizov out on the ice, though. How you doing, Anthony? He's so good. Him and Ehlers, man. Him and Ehlers. And, you know, even Scheifele. Scheifele, obviously, kind of like the face of the Jets, I guess. Him and Hellebuck. But no, Kyle Connor and Nikolai Ehlers are two very underrated players for the Winnipeg Jets. I've always liked Connor since he was in college, too. 1409. Fighting to the right, in deep on the boards to get the puck. With the Wild and Jets. Jets send it in. Doesn't land clean. Bounces up right side. Over the glass. We're going to get a whistle. And a commercial break by the looks of it. 1-1 still. 13:57 on the clock. Do you still think Minnesota are going to win? Yes, I do. Now, if it's still tied in the third, then I'll probably switch my tune. But I'll stick with my 3-2 prediction. I'll stick with my 3-2 prediction. I'm not going to waver now. What I will say is, ask me this around this time in the third period if it's still tied, and I'll probably say Jets just because the Wild played yesterday in a very tough game. Going to that Lincoln Stars game next week. Excited, haven't been in so long. Dude, that's going to be so much fun. I love minor hockey. I love junior hockey. It's always a good time. How's your Sunday going, Anthony? Are you staying up or waking up for the boxing? Some good Japanese boxing today. Or I guess tomorrow. I'll be waking up 3 a.m. my time, 4 a.m. Eastern. The Nikitanis fighting. Wild need a power play. They need their second line to start going. And because the Jets are doing a great job of shutting down the first line for the most part. The fourth and third line for the Wild are doing okay. But they just need to get going and start moving the puck. Kind of like the Jets have been doing when they're setting up in the Wild zone. And the Wild were doing that very well in the first half of the first period. You wake up at 4 a.m. for work. Fair enough. I always forget that, my work hours are definitely not the same as you guys. It was cool to see you on stream, by the way, with Idaho Skatesman after the UFC event last night. All right. Face-off to the left of Gustafsson. Jets win it. Jets have been winning a lot of face-offs here. Jets still have it. Nice hit by the Wild. Clean hit, which is good. The Wild have not been taking bad penalties. Jets send it other side of the blue line. Good passing here by the Jets. Wild break it up, though, and the Wild have it. Oh, nice little nifty move there by the Wild. It's 2-on-2 here for the Minnesota Wild, right side. Wild still have it. That third line out there. Oh, another nice hit by the Wild. Wild keep it here. Yeah, dude, this third and fourth line have been playing very, very well here tonight. Time to juggle the second line. They just need Eck back, baby. They need Eck back. Hartman ain't doing it there for the second line. And a nice shot on the outside there for the Winnipeg Jets. And Gustafsson thought he covered it. I thought he covered it as well, but the puck trickled out there. Wild have it, though, through the neutral zone. Nice hit there. Oh, it was 54 by the Jets, but and fourth line for the Wilds out there right now. Wild have it. Send a shot there from the blue line. Doesn't get through. Good little hard-fought shift there for the fourth line of the Wild. 12:20 on the clock here. Good. No, honestly, good shift. Good shift. In the Wild zone. Wild have it trying to break out. Let's jump Murad up to the second line. I think he's being used perfectly, to be honest. I think he's being used perfectly. I mean, if you want to switch him up for like this game, that's fine, but I wouldn't do that until you're maybe down one and you really need some other looks, because like he's doing exactly what they want him to do right now. And I do think, because that's the thing with the Wild's third and fourth line, they're not just goons who just shut guys down. Like all of them can play, right? So I do think there will be some offense that's created from them this season. I'd be down to see him there for a shift or two in the third, but not quite yet for me. 11-28. Jets have it. Jets shot right down center from the blue line. This is some heavy hockey, boys. It's a good game, man. This is a very good game. Connor with the loose puck here. I don't know whose stick broke. Wild doing a good job defending. Oh, another big hit by the Wild. And they get the puck as a result. The Wild have been physical, and it's actually been helping them out. They're not just hitting for the sake of hitting. Like, they're finishing their check with the hope of separating the man from the puck. Jets have it, 10 minutes. But the Jets are getting more and more offensive zone time here. Less back and forth. More of the Wild defending. But the Wild get it. Kaprizov to Hartman. And Hartman goes into the net, but the puck not with him, ladies and gentlemen. But great opportunity there by Hartman. Just a couple of shifts to shake up the second line with some more speed.
Exactly that.
And the Minnesota Wild are going to go back on the power play as that was tripping. Appleton is going to get the penalty as that was tripping on Ryan Hartman. But Hartman was just about to pretty much get a breakaway. You're so close. Oh, and they trip him up and he goes into the net. Oh, okay, DeMello. Never mind. DeMello. We got a power play here for the Minnesota Wild, ladies and gentlemen. We got a power play here. 17 shots for the Jets, only 9 for the Wild. That just kind of shows how much more the Jets have been pushing the pace here in the second period. But this is huge for the Minnesota Wild. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Wild win the faceoff, left side. Wild back to the blue line here. Shot right on net. Nice save by Hellebuck. Oh, I love this. Chisholm quarterbacking the power play. I love this. Yes, let's go. Everybody on our network spoke. Z, Brett, Seth, Hoppy. Everybody was saying that we want to see Chisholm move the puck here. Ogren on the power play. Like to see that as well. Lowry wins the draw. Wild still have it though. Back to the blue line, right side. Shot. Just goes high. Ogren, Johansson out there trying to fight for it. Puck goes the distance. I like that. I like that. 9 minutes and 46 seconds. Chisholm with the breakout. Chisholm back to reinforcements here. Good job by Goudreau chipping it in. Fighting for it here. Left side, left corner. Trying to dig it loose are the Wild here. Chisholm gets it right side. Oh, doesn't get a shot off there. Wild don't keep it in. Jets have it. 3-on-2. Working it under the Jets still. Sending it backward to no one. Wild are going to have to break out here, but pressured there. Kaprizov almost lost it. All right, Kaprizov breakout here. Nice pass there by Kaprizov. Doesn't land with... Oh, it was icing. Okay, I thought it was off Zuccarello. It didn't reach Zuccarello, so that'll be icing on Kaprizov. 8 minutes and 58 on the clock. 38 seconds left on the power play, but the Wild have to start that in their own zone. Good showing on the power play thus far, and I like how Ogren was mixed in. Eight minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. Draw to the right side of Gustafsson. And the Jets win the draw. Jets just dumping it in here. All right, here we go. Chisholm with the breakout. 8 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Zuccarello. Zuccarello back to center. Shot. Beautiful shot there. Boldy has it right side. Faber has it. Faber back to Boldy. Boldy with a shot. Deflected wide. Kaprizov loses it here. It's deflected by a Jet. Kaprizov still has it, and that is it for the power play. Honestly, there were some good looks on the power play. Wild have it here, though. Back to Kaprizov. And there's a shot. Hartman with the shot. Covers. And a great save by Hellebuck. Really good showing there by the Minnesota Wild on the power play, but no dice, ladies and gentlemen. No dice for goals. Wild do need some more offensive zone pressure. Wild do need to get some more shots on net. Hopefully that power play helped them gain some momentum there, as they did have some really good chances. 17 shots for the Winnipeg Jets, 11 for the Minnesota Wild. Wild have been blocking quite a few shots as well here tonight. And again, another tremendous performance by Gustafsson. Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing multiple watch parties every single month, covering multiple games a month for your Minnesota Wild. If you're a fan of any of the podcasts under the Sota Pod banner, Fellowship of the Rink, Judd's Buds, the Sota Pod, MNCAA, Wildly Informed, subscribe to the channel. We post clips of all those podcasts and full episodes every single day, as well as live podcast recordings every Monday and Wednesday. And if you're a fan of combat sports as well as hockey, check out my second channel, the City Life Project, as we stream 30 plus hours of combat sports every single weekend. And we will be staying up till 4 a.m. Eastern here Monday morning to watch Nikitani box and Top Rank Boxing. All right. It's still a 1-1 game. It's still a 1-1 game, less back and forth, less even than in the first period, despite the score still being 1-1. Winnipeg Jets outplaying the Wild a little bit more here offensively, just pressuring, getting more offensive zone time, moving the puck a little bit better. But the Wild have been very physical, and they're not just hitting for the sake of hitting. They're hitting to separate their man from the puck, finishing checks. Their third and fourth line have been very good. Just not a lot of offense coming 5-on-5. First 10 minutes of the first period, they were moving the puck so well. They were matching what the Jets have been able to do in the offensive zone, respectively, in the first period. Haven't been able to do that in the second, and it shows. 8 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Wild win the faceoff, but can't keep it in. Middleton loses it there. Somewhere Brett Marshall broke a table. Zuccarello gives it to Boldy up that right side. Beautiful move there by Boldy, and a shot. Rebound. Great save by Hellebuck. Boldy, man. Unbelievable move there. Unbelievable deke. Made his opponent pretty much fall down there and was able to make a pass after that. That was insane, ladies and gentlemen. Man, Matt Boldy's so good. It's incredible. Let's check in on the minutes for these guys right now. I know Faber's been an absolute horse, and he's been already playing a lot of minutes here. 11 minutes thus far. Bogosian, 12. You know what? Bogosian, he's been playing a lot tonight. He's been playing very well tonight. I've been very impressed with Bogosian here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Wild, the right side, trying to bring it up, but Jets get it. I mean, the puck is fumbling left, right, and center here. Wild now have it. Foligno unable to keep it now. Who's Nadinov? Sends it back to the blue line to Brodin, but that was napped up by the Winnipeg Jets. Wild have it on the breakout. Foligno sends it to Bogosian. Bogosian dumps it in. Marat now on the left side. His pocket was picked. Nemestikov now with the Jets here. Nice entry to the Wild zone. All three of them trying to send it around the boards back to the blue, and they don't get it. And the Wild here send it in deep as they go for a change. Keep the comments coming, guys. The comment-driven live stream, as always. Want to hear from you guys as well. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter/X, come over to YouTube. Our comment section is buzzing. This is where the real party is at. 6 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock here. Deep in the Wild zone. Behind the net are the Jets, but the Wild, great job defending. And can't hold it in the zone is Sandberg of the Winnipeg Jets, and we're going to have a whistle. You know what? That was in the zone. But as a Minnesota, Wild-based podcast and channel here, we'll take it. We will take it. That didn't go outside the line, in my opinion. But hey, we're still here. 6 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. Jets have it. Neutral zone. Damn. Great job by the Winnipeg Jets holding on to it. 55 for the Jets. Oh my goodness. Great job by Gustafsson there, smothering the puck. Bro, the Jets had a beautiful entry. That was insane. Even better by Gustafsson for covering it. Can Boldy play center? No. I don't think for the NHL he's a center. They've given him no looks at center, so I highly doubt it. And everyone who I've talked to, people I've worked with, who follow the team, cover the team, in a professional manner, he's a winger. He's a winger. We'll see though if obviously height needs another step in development, but it would be interesting to see if he can handle that role in the NHL down the road. Certainly not ready anytime soon though. Which sucks. I thought he'd be there this year. All right, commercial break here, guys. Still a 1-1 game. Here. Shot 17-12 for the Winnipeg Jets. What are your takeaways from this second period, guys? What are your takeaways for your second period? We will be bringing on again Seth Topol of Locked On Wild to discuss period 2 with you all. So let me know your thoughts. No fights, Ben. No fights. Just hockey. Something you guys in Australia know very, very well, right? 1-1, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, 1-1. And my goodness, what a crazy start to the road trip here. No, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's even forecasted to be a winger, right? We play hockey on grass, though. Whereas, Boldy was never really even played center. So that's why, there wasn't even, a chance for him to be forecasted, as a winger. He was just winger. I honestly have no interest in covering that game at all. So I don't know hockey from home. I'm going to say that the Edmonton probably wins, but I don't know as far as score predictions. 5-28. It's like the Disney on Ice version of hockey. You field hockey, weird ass motherfuckers. Good pressure here by the Wild. Shot went wide. Wild able to keep it in the Jet zone right side. If you do want to watch this though, Ben. Oh, a nice shot by Middleton goes wide. 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Right side, Wild with a shot. Nice save by Hellebuck. This top line for the Wild is making some noise, which is good. Second line, not so much, but I'll take some shots here from the first line. Wild not allowing the Jets to get a shot on net now for a little while, a good like 5 minutes. You do whatever you want to do, Hockey from Home. 4 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Nice job by the Jets for getting the zone there. Nice cross-ice pass by Jets. Morrissey with a shot there on net. Gustin doesn't know where it is. Wild battling for it to the left of Gustin in the corner here. Jets try to set up a one-timer at that right circle. Wild get it. Kaprizov sends it to the left side. Wild try to get out of the neutral zone. Jets, good pressure there. Puck trickles back into the Wild zone. Bogosian with a huge hit there. Great job by Bogosian here tonight. Battling in the neutral zone. Wild send it the length of the ice. Wild change. Quick transition here by the Jets. Gustafsson playing the puck again. Wild have it. Give it up in the neutral zone. Now Jets have it. Pass. Jets have it right side. Jets send it around the boards. Nice hit there by Chisholm. Who's Nadinov? Great job getting that puck away, but a little bit of a tumble there by Merrill, of course, and the Jets have it. Go! Huge pass by the Jets to center on the backhand. Doesn't get the shot through. Wild desperately trying to get this puck out. John Merrill, what are you doing? Bench him. Bring Damon Hunt. What are you doing out there? This isn't Disney ice ass shit. We want no triple axles. Stay on the ice. Stay on your feet. 2 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock, and the Jets still keeping this puck in, and we are going to have a whistle now. 2 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock here, and a lot of pressure from the Jets here late in this second period. Hell yeah, Ben. Hell yeah. That's cool. I do know I have some friends in Australia who do have an NHL team and they follow it the best they can. It's either a really random team or one of the original six, right? Refs talking over something here. Shots 18-14, still in favor for the Jets. First shot in 5 minutes for the Jets. Oh, Merrill I shouldn't even be surprised or upset anymore, right? By the way, guys, if you are a fan of these hats that I wear on stream, both for the City Life Project and I know the light's kind of making this one a little hard to see, but if you dig these hats, shout out to Waggle Golf. If you go to getyourwaggleon.com and use promo code SP10, you'll get 10% off your next order. Shout out to our friends at Waggle Golf. Anyways, face off in the neutral zone on the right side. Wild win it here. 2 minutes and 46. Wild trying to gate the zone, and they do. Oh, and a nice save by Hellebuck, poking that puck away as Goudreau was facing him 1-on-1. See you later, hockey. 2 minutes and 39. Face off in the Jet zone. Great job by Goudreau. Oh, a nasty little deke there, but the Jets defender was able to throw him off the puck, taking the angle away, but nice little move there by Goudreau. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Nice shot from the left side. Just went wide. Robbed. Two minutes and 16. Right side, Jets. Connor shoots, doesn't get it. Great save by Gustin covering the rebound. 2 minutes on the clock. How about a tripping call? I didn't think it was too egregious. I think he pushed him. And then on his way down, he maybe tapped his foot there, which again, the Minnesota Wild, they've been getting some sus calls called on them, doing exactly the same thing. But just looking at this from like a no bias perspective, I didn't have any issues with that no call. Just tried NHL box. I think it's trying to give my laptop. Yeah. You can also try. You can also try that. Face off won by the Jets here. Right side. But it will get aged, Sean. So use a different device or be on the pop-up closing game, and a rebound there. Gustin was unable to cover that up, but the Wild scoop it up there. Takeaway by the Jets and a shot at center. Almost another late goal here. This one doesn't freeze as much for me, Sean. And I use it for fights as well. Damn, much needed whistle for Minnesota Wild indeed, as Gustin was unable to cover that first one, and then a beautiful, beautiful shot, followed by another pass and opportunity there by the Jets. That's not too bad, yeah. This one is worse, but I feel like it's more reliable. Worse as far as trying to infect you, but this is my streaming / broadcast / I watch sports on bitch. My old iPad, so I don't really care what happens to it. Wild enter the zone. Wild send it across the ice. Jets have it. Wild still pressuring them here. Jets huge just dump basically out of their zone. Wild get it. Kaprizov to Zuccarello. Zuccarello back to Kaprizov, leaving it to Rossi, and Rossi looking for the rebound and doesn't get it. Puck still loose, and Hellebuck finally covers it. 1 minute on the clock. Yeah, it does, Sean, and I was struggling last week with the other one and just kept freezing. I had to keep refreshing. Whereas this one, I think I've only had to refresh like once or twice. But Sean, use that one. As you can see, if you go up and like toggle, you can find other sports as well. For UFC and stuff like that, it's good too. And we're talking about the Bally Sports app, obviously. YouTube, obviously. 1 minute. Wild win the face-off. Wild send the puck back in deep. On the corner. Jets have it. Wild regain it in the neutral zone. Send the puck back in. 48 seconds on the clock. Can the Wild get a late goal here? Much like the Jets got one in period one. Doesn't look like they're going to, though, as the Jets get it. Send the puck in deep here. 35 seconds on the clock. The Jets, good forecheck. Wild need to get this out and regroup quickly. 28 seconds. Kaprizov has it. Wild looking for a quick breakout. One last breakout for the Wild here. Unable to do it clean. They send the puck to the neutral zone. 22 seconds. Jets have it. Looks like Jets can have one more breakout here. Jets unable to get it out of the neutral zone. They dump it. Wild have it. Back to the neutral zone. Jets have it. 10 seconds. Right side. Good hit by the Wild, separating the man from the puck. 5 seconds on the clock here. 3, 2, 1. And that is it for the second period, ladies and gentlemen. Still a 1-1 game. Some great saves by both goaltenders in this one. Shots are 23 for the Jets, 17 for the Minnesota Wild. Unable to capitalize on that power play that they had. Overall, my takeaways is the Jets are dominating in the faceoff, and they're moving the puck extremely well once they set up in the offensive zone. The Wild are being the more physical team. Their choices of hits are amazing. They're separating the man from the puck. They're doing a lot of good work defensively, or this would be a high-scoring affair for the Jets right now. So I do think overall the Wild are playing a great defensive game, but the scoring is lacking. The first line has had some opportunities. Hell, the third and fourth line have had some opportunities. I got to see some more from that second line. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break and then we will bring back on here Seth Topol of Locked On Wild, ladies and gentlemen, to discuss what he's seen, the good, the bad, and ugly of that second period. Like I said, overall, I'm pretty positive with what I've seen from the Wild this game, other than just that secondary scoring. Everything else I'm pretty satisfied with, but I'll go over some of my key takeaways with Seth here again in a moment. Refill your drink. Refill your snack bowl. We'll be right back on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe. Vote in the poll question. We'll check in on the poll question here in a bit as well. Let's just go back and have a quick word from our friends at 9 Mile Brewing here, and we will be back with Seth Topol after this break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, X, join us on YouTube. The link is in the description. Join our live chat. Join the party. This is where the watch party is at. Back after this quick break. Do not go anywhere. We are back with your friend and mine, host of the Locked On Wild podcast, Seth Topol, to talk about the second period here. And let's just start with faceoffs. Wild struggling a little bit in the faceoff dot here. Jets very, very impressive thus far. What adjustments do the Wild have to make?
You know, I think we're seeing the tired leg effect really trickle into many facets of the Minnesota Wild's game tonight. But we knew that coming in. That they were going to be a little on the tired side after a shootout game last night. And Winnipeg, they're pretty good at getting those faceoffs themselves. So I think for the Wild, it comes down to, just try to get a few more of those faceoffs. But I think the key is just make sure that if you don't get the faceoff, that you are ready to rock to take care of business right after. Like as much as it is about winning the face-off many times, a lot of what happens next is almost more important. So, for the Wilds, Winnipeg controls the action quite a bit. Again, that's not a surprise, but something to be said about the Wild just being able to kind of outlast and get to the second intermission, with Winnipeg maybe now feeling a little frustrated that they haven't been able to capitalize on all the looks that they've had. Like that's just a good second night of a back-to-back. That's a good second period after a pretty good first period as well. I heard right as I hopped in, Isha, you said, there's not a lot to take issue with in this game, and I fully agree. Like, you're going up against a really tough Jets team on the road. You played last night, and the Wild have battled. They're hanging with the Jets, despite all of that, despite no Eck, despite no Spurgeon. They're battling tough, and so beyond maybe one or two more goals on the board, there's not a lot to be upset with. Really, anything. No.
100%. I love actually the defense overall from the forward group and the defense from the Wild. I mean, John Merrill's only really bumblefucked and given away the puck in a horrendous fashion once tonight. And if it's only once, hey, yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, the Wild have been battling so good in their zone, so good in the neutral zone, so good in the offensive zone as well. I think the only area in which they could do better to just match how the Jets have been operating in this game is just moving the puck in the offensive zone. We saw that in the first 10 minutes of the first period, the first half of the first period, where the Jets and Wild would gain the zone and just move the puck so well. Whereas the Jets are still doing that, and the Wild, their plays get broken up. It's like when they're carrying the puck in or find that rush, they do a good job of being able to move it. And now it's like once they get possession after winning a battle, they're quickly making a bang-bang play, which they've had good opportunities in that period. Connor Hellebuck has made some incredible saves. But I would like to see a little bit more movement there, because those were what created the best chances that the Wild have had, and those were in the first period. Wild playing very physical as well, Seth, and they're not just like throwing the body around for the sake of throwing the body around. Like, very smart hits, finishing their checks, as well as separating the man from the puck on multiple occasions. How are you liking the Minnesota Wild's physical game here?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of, sustaining presence in the offensive zone, is just trying to keep the puck alive along the boards. And on the Connor Hellebuck note, just one thing that has been interesting so far in this game is it seems like he's having a little bit of trouble with the puck at points. For as good of a goalie as he is, those guys are not immune to just sometimes not seeing it clearly. He had the shot from Faber that caught him up high in the shoulder that I don't think he saw until the absolute end. Had trouble with a couple of looks in close. Obviously, he's an incredible goalie, but it seems like he might be fighting it a little bit in this one tonight, which is why it's important that the Wild continue to push and continue to try to do some of the things they did in the second, where they come up with a couple of those designed plays to get some odd man rush looks, and even in Freddie Gaudreau's case, the breakaway. You keep pushing the issue like that. That's going to give you a much better chance to come away with some goals.
Third and fourth line have been awesome in this game thus far. Speak on what you've seen and what you've liked.
Well, I think this is kind of the blueprint for where they can help you out the most, is going up against these bigger teams, these more physical teams like the Winnipeg Jets. And, that speed that the fourth line is able to bring you, in addition to being physical, I think has really helped them create some good opportunities. But the Foligno, Trennan, they do a lot of the dirty stuff that nobody wants to do. Those battles, especially along the boards, to keep possession going and to get the puck to teammates for potential shot attempts, like that stuff is important. That stuff is what you need to be able to score goals in this league. And so sometimes when you go up against teams that have much faster rosters, like opening night against the Blue Jackets, you're going to see some nights where you're like, I don't know if that line has the speed to be able to contend, but that line is put together for games like this against your chief Central Division rivals who are a little bigger. And I think they have certainly helped keep the Wild pushing back anytime that the Jets have had to push themselves.
Absolutely. And last but not least, the star of the show for the Minnesota Wild here tonight, Gustafsson, man. Incredible.
Could he have had a better start to the season?
No,
I don't
like
think so
the two incredible games thus far, and I don't want to say like he's the reason the Wild are in it, but like there've been some big opportunities, and realistically, I could see the Jets up a goal or two if not for a couple of his big saves.
Yeah, and this is part of the formula here too. This is why Gus started this game. Is I feel like he gives you a much better opportunity to just throw a team completely out of it by making a bunch of big saves. But credit to the Wilds for keeping the net as clean as possible in front of him.
Without Eck, right?
Yeah. It feels like, and there was one where he went to make the save, and the puck kind of fluttered out of his glove a little bit. There's plenty of room for him to just scooch up a little bit and grab it and ice it. So it feels like he's been pretty clean, which is something that the Wild defense, that's where they help out those forwards, just keeping guys out from in front of the net. That was big, I think, for the confidence of the Wild to have him be able to keep Winnipeg off the board in the second. Now you can go into the third and say, hey, let's see if we can't get a little push here and try to go steal one.
There you go. Wild NHL sounds spooky. Well, we are in spooky season right now. We are in spooky season.
Best time of the year.
They might do wild stuff against our Jets. What's up, Manu? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. CEO. Oh, he cashed out on his bet here. We did have someone in the live chat earlier, Seth, who needed both the Jets and Wild to score 1 in the first period. So he was buzzing when the Jets scored because he's like, I don't really care who won this game. I just see 2 goals, 1 of each in the first. So he was happy.
Not bad at all.
Now, there was a lot of hockey in Argentina, but none of that here. Trying to bring some city life lore into the Sota pod chat. What's up? That's gambling, baby. What's up? Colorado Avalanche fan. That's gambling, baby, by the way. So,
condolences on the start.
There you go. What do the Wild need to do, continue to do, add to the arsenal here, add to the play to win this game and come out of this period on top, Seth?
I would like to see a special teams goal, and it doesn't necessarily have to even be a power play goal. I feel like a penalty in the third and a special teams goal can really take the wind out of the sails of this Jets team. I feel like for the Wilds, and this is probably going to sound super cliche, I feel like the Wild need to be the one to get the first goal here in the third, because I feel like protecting a lead against this Jets team is going to be far easier than trying to come from behind, especially with all the little details going into this game, playing the second night of a back-to-back, playing against Connor Hellebuck, playing without Eck, without Spurgeon. A quick goal here in the third to take the lead, I think, is going to be a huge boost for this team to be able to pick up what would be a real quality win on the road.
That it's clutch because and this is the period that I'm going to be like zeroing in on the most, because the first 2 periods the Wild have been playing at a crazy pace. First period was one of the craziest paces I've seen an NHL game played since the playoffs. Since the first round of the playoffs. Like, it was absolutely insane how back and forth it was, and how like every time one of the teams entered the zone, it was like they're moving the puck around looking for a scoring chance. Second round slowed down a little bit more sloppy play, a lot of whistles. I'm interested to see if this Jets team's also just naturally tired from playing at a high pace, and or if the Wild have enough gas in the tank after, like you said, coming off a game yesterday, playing in a back-to-back game here, and playing at an incredibly high pace and fast game and physical game. Let's be perfectly honest, coming their way in this one. Again, Zach Bogosian has been one of my favorite players for the Wild this game. He's been logging a ton of minutes as well here, Seth. When I last checked, I'm just refreshing ESPN here, but when I last checked, he was actually leading in defensive minutes. Okay, Faber's just above him now, 15-17. Bogosian clocking in at 14:07. Brody 13:57. But yeah, so Bogosian and Faber have been really on it here tonight. And honestly, like, he's been great. Don't get me wrong. Like, he hasn't. Yeah. Bogosian's been very good. So Bogosian's like surpassed my expectations of him going into this game and just kind of going into every game, whereas Faber's kind of just doing his own thing there. Do you like Rossi still in the first line? Because I thought he's fit in quite well, to be honest.
I do. I think you saw how quickly the chemistry can really come together for that line, especially last night against Seattle. That line, they've gotten some good push, but let's give some nice credit to Winnipeg for how good of a job they do at just disrupting plays when they're on defense. Like, they do such a good job of being able to keep things from really materializing. So I think the fact that Kaprizov, Zuccarello, and Rossi have still been able to get into the offensive zone is a good sign. And so I'm rolling with that line and allowing that line to continue to get chemistry. Because the other part of this too is you knew that the second line for this game was going to be a small tweak for one game. So it's easier to just tweak that line for one game than it is to blow everything up and just try to, go with whole bunches of different looks. Because Eck will be back on Tuesday, so he'll go right back to that second line with Boldy and Johansson. And then you're pretty much right back to normal on offense. So I like that Hines went with that, because I think there was some deliberation as to, well, let's throw Hartman up there because it's the Jets. But the Jets haven't really done anything.
No, the Wild have been more physical.
Yeah, they haven't done any.
Wild have been the big
yet.
bad hockey team in this one.
Yeah, and so I think I'm glad that Hines said no. We're going to keep that line together because with a team that had formerly Logan Stanley and Brendan Dillon, although they're gone, so maybe that part of the game has.
They still got some big boys on the back end though.
They do, but I'm glad that Hines kept that group together because that group has some nice chemistry building already.
What do you think, Seth? That's gambling, baby. He said plus 120 Wild worth anything. With how good Gustafsson has been and how tight this game has been, I mean, hey, that's not bad. It's not bad. Don't bet the house on it though.
Yeah,
I owe Hoppy a house still, actually, from the last time I bet the house on something. But
yeah, small little bet on the Wild. I don't think that hurts anybody one bit.
All right. Thank you, as always, Seth. Seth will be featured in a lot of these intermission shows, these intermission breaks between periods this entire season, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly, before we get to period 3, what do you got coming up on Locked on Wild this week?
So we'll have live post game once the game is done, and we'll have what I am calling the 3 things recap. For you first thing in the morning. John Hines post game comments. I take whatever he said and just I try to break it down a little bit and throw some examples of what we saw, the stats, stuff like that. And it's already worked out to perfection because I threw a portion of the blame on Fleury for the goals allowed against the Kraken. John Hines in the post game, he said that there were some defensive lapses that led to those goals. And so that's the exact reason that I'm doing this is let's hear it from the coach directly because I've already done all my post game stuff. And so then it allows us to have a little time to kind of let the dust settle and then react again. So I think that's going to be a nice 1-2 combo for games this year. And beyond that, we just are going to continue to roll you through. First road trip of the season. We'll probably do an episode taking a look at Liam Ogren's debut. We got a lot cooking. It seems like every burner is on. I love it.
I love it, Seth. Well, thank you again. We'll see you on the next one, and appreciate it as always. Puck has dropped, so let's get back to this game. Thank you, Seth.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Seth Topol of Locked on Wild, ladies and gentlemen, joining us again here, and he's going to be joining us all season. He also appears on the Sota Pod when we publish Sota Pod podcast, and I jump on his Locked on Wild show every now and then as well. 19:25 on the clock here, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 game. The Wild have it, breaking out of their own zone here. 17 shots for the Wild, 24 for the Winnipeg Jets. The 1-2 combo. 19 minutes on the clock here. Wild lose it in the Jet zone. Jets, good job passing through the neutral zone, but broken up there. And Brock Faber has it now for the Wild. Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe. We do live play-by-play commentary. Of course, live reaction and interaction with you guys, covering multiple Wild games every month throughout this season. We'll be back for St. Louis on Tuesday. Wild up the left side. Cross ice pass. Doesn't get to Faber, who joined the rush there. But good attempt for Minnesota. Minnesota unable to keep the puck in the Jet zone. Jets fire it into the Wild zone. Wild getting the puck back there. Great job by the Wild defense. A bumblefuck a little bit on the clear there, but that's okay. Wild still have it. Kaprizov battling. Middleton gets it back. And the Jets whack it out of the hands of Zuccarello. First line is going to change. Jets break out now. Jets through the neutral zone. They have it on the right side. Shot, rebound, left side. Great job by the Wild defense there as the Jets were open right there for a rebound shot. Open net on the right side of Gustafsson. Hell yeah, buddy. So this is the YouTube channel of the podcast network. The Sota Pod is a podcast network. We have multiple shows, beat writers who cover the Wild. Like Joe Smith, for example, he's a beat writer for the Athletic, Minnesota. He has a show under our network. And great save by Gustafson. Shot from the blue line. We have multiple shows under our network. MNCAA covering all things Minnesota college hockey. We have Judd's Buds, NHL and prospects. Obviously, the Sota Pod with yours truly, covering everything NHL and Wild. Wildly Informed, covering NHL analytics as well as the Minnesota Wild. We got it all here. And then now watch parties as well. Nobody, how long the day is, at least you don't lose 47-9 like the Cowboys. That is true. That is true. 17-15. And a nice save by Gustafson, left side. Was that Mark Scheifele? Coming up on that left side. Throws a shot. Scooped up there by Gustafson. Lauco getting into it here with Iafalo. But yeah, speaking of our friends, big shout out to our friends at Better Edge. If you go to betteredge.com and use promo code SOTAPOD, that's right, betteredge.com/SOTAPOD to get there easier and sign up. We'll give you a $20 signing bonus on us, ladies and gentlemen. Friends at Waggle Golf, SP10, get your waggleon.com for 10% off. Also, big shout out to Northland Vodka. Small percentage of every sale goes back into the community, goes back into local hockey, and it's the best damn vodka in the States, and of course the best pizza in the world. I'm never going to eat pizza ever again because all I have in my life is 7th Ave, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to 9 Mile as well. They just jumped on as a partner on these live streams too. Appreciate you guys. That's awesome. 16:33 on the clock. 27 shots for the Jets here, but Faber bringing it on the right side. Faber, does he have any reinforcements? Faber, I don't think wanted to, but he left it right in front of the net there. Nobody to bat that home. St. Paul Steel, I'm going to give them shout outs on this channel as well. Shout out to St. Paul Steel, keeping hockey from home, for breaking into my house. 7th Avenue Pizza is the best damn frozen pizza on the planet. It's like, I don't even eat any other pizza anymore. I was going to go to Italy. I canceled my trip. I was like, I don't even need to go to Italy anymore. I have the best damn pizza in the world, and that's 7th Avenue Pizza. Don't need to go to Chicago. Nice save there by Hellebuck. Great local company and great people at 7th Avenue Pizza as well. First line out there. Oh, never mind. They are changing. I thought the first line was going to stay out there. Still a tight game. 15:53 on the clock. 27 shots for the Jets. 18 for the Wild. What's your favorite 7th Ave pizza, Dougie? Mine's probably the meat sauce and breakfast. Shot wide there by the Wild. Will the Wild still have it? Left side of Hellebuck. Back to the blue line. Wild with a shot from the blue line behind the net. Wild still have it here, right side. Boldy sends it back to Chisholm. Boldy, Johansson working on it. Boldy here. Boldy trying to get to the front of the net. Nice move by Boldy to send it back to Hartman. Johansson now keeping the puck here. This is what Seth and I were talking about. I want to see the Wild be able to move the puck a little bit like this a little bit more. They lose it here, but that's okay. It's that movement that I wanted to see. Puck stayed back in here anyways. Jets get it now, but it was a good job in the neutral zone. Wild were able to push the puck back up the ice. Jets have it here, but good defense by the Wild. They lose it. Jets behind the net. Nice defense by the Wild. Wild get it back here, trying to get out of their zone. But they send it up the wall there, and a shot from the blue line by the Jets. 14 minutes and 52 on the clock. Lucky Seven's a damn good one, too. Honestly, there's not really any that I dislike. I haven't. I need to do that on stream. Maybe I'll buy every kind and do a freaking Pop-Tart mukbang on City Life. 14:31. No, do not go Oilers. Screw the Coilers. That's terrible news. That's disgusting. 14:21 seconds on the clock. Boldy needs to be a Goldie and score. As someone who lived in Chicago for 22 years, DiGiorno's is on par. There you go. I got a great deep dish spot, actually. Little hole in the wall just down the road for me. All right, somebody ban hockey from home. No, I'm just kidding. Nice shot by Winnipeg at center. Goes wide, or it might have bounced off someone. Wild have it now. Can't keep it on the stick here in the neutral zone. 13:46 on the clock. Jets bring it back up. Left side. Great job of the Wild defending, separating men for the puck. Wild get the puck back. Faber sends it up. Doesn't. Ricochets off the Jets player. Jets have it. Jets send it back to the blue line. Jets left side. Jets not moving the puck. Left side of the circle. Nice pass to the center. Morrissey has it. Shot. Doesn't get to the net. Wild fighting for it to get it out of their zone. Can they? Puck trickles back to the blue line. Morrissey has it. Left circle shot. Beautiful save by Gustafson. Bounces off here, and the Wild have it. They just need to get out of their zone. I've never had a Pop-Tart before, and on one of my City Life streams, the chat went crazy. 2 minutes, 57 seconds. Noted on the dry mouth remedy. I was thinking like some friggin' chocolate milk or something with them. Jets have it. Back to the blue line. Nice one-timer, but that goes wide in the Wild zone here. Jets. Another shot from the blue line there. Puck bouncing around in front of the net there. Didn't seem like Gustafson lost sight of it. Wild get it. Nice pass to the neutral zone, but unable to get it into the Jet zone. Well, I don't really drink much milk at all, but I can't imagine Pop-Tarts are any better for my stomach. Toaster strudels are better if they still exist. I eat pretty healthy, that's why. Like my whole life. Like my parents were kind of crazy health hippies. Not quite hippies, but... Oh, nice job by the Jets moving the puck here in the Wild zone. They got Wild on their toes here, ladies and gentlemen, halfway through the third. Almost halfway through the third. Still making valid points. Like drinking milk or... Oh, nice takeaway here. Nice takeaway. The Wild have it. Zuccarello. Rossi back to Bogosian. Brodin has it. Shot from the blue line and a nice save by Hellebuck. Turnover to Kaprizov on a breakaway. Sends it to Zuccarello. Unable to put it away, but that was close. Toaster strudels are like an advanced Pop-Tart. Completely different. But yeah, no, I was just... my parents were just very healthy. They cooked a lot. They, like buying from like farmers market, shit like that. So like I never had... Like I didn't have sugar cereal until I was like in my until I was like in high school hanging out with Shane. So... Even Halloween, man. It was like I think we got to eat candy for like one night, and then we like friggin' took it to like the homeless shelter or something. Like I don't know what my parents did with it, but it was one of those things. Like I didn't even have a lot of even Halloween as a kid. The fun part was collecting the candy, but I wasn't even allowed to eat a lot of it. Goalie duel tonight, that is for sure. Absolutely. Commercial break right now, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 for your Minnesota Wild. And if you're watching your Winnipeg Jets, shots on goal, 20 for the Wild, 29 for the Jets, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable here. Unbelievable here. I almost promise you, once you eat a Pop-Tart, though, they'll become a breakfast for you regularly, though. That's dangerous because I don't eat a lot of sugar. Hockey's going to be someone who breaks into someone's house. All right, I got to reinforce my windows with St. Paul steel. You didn't make a secret stash for the best stuff? I did. I probably did. I probably did. For some reason, I love dots, even though they got stuck in my teeth. And anything with peanut butter. All right, back from commercial break here. Whatever, hockey. You've threatened to break into my house more times than not now. And now the poor Sota pod is getting to understand that lore. 11 minutes on the clock here. Now I want to go buy some Pop-Tarts. 11 minutes. I've grown to really like Mounds and other coconut cookies and candies. I thought they were mid as a kid. Yeah, as I've gotten older, I've started to like coconut stuff more and more, especially in barrel-aged beers or in stouts. Very good. Coconut, vanilla, chocolate. Nice takeaway there by the Jets, and a good job by Bogosian separating the man from a puck, and a little cross check there for a good measure. Again, Bogosian has been tremendous tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, real Thanksgiving to all my Canadian homies. I can't remember if I've ever had those though. Again, I don't eat a lot of sweets. Haven't eaten a lot of Girl Scout cookies. I think I've maybe eaten Girl Scout cookies once, and they were like the mint ones. No, it cannot be a draw. It cannot be a draw. They'll go to overtime, then shootout. 1-1 here. Zuccarello with the forecheck. Unable to separate the Jets from the puck. Both teams are going to change here. Only if you give them to me for free, Hog from Home. Thin Mints. Yeah, so I've had Thin Mints before. And I like those. I like mint chocolate cookies and mint ice cream and all that bullshit. What's up, Jaden? Whose birthday is it?
Oh my God.
What's up, Jaden? 9 minutes and 28 seconds. Puck in the Jet zone. Nice forecheck and pressure by the Wild there. Can the Wild keep it? They cannot quite keep it in their own zone. They have it at center. They throw it in. Lengths of the ice. Jets have it. Jets. Right side. Into the Wild zone. Still have it on the Jets. Jets try to send it to center. Nice job by Who's Nadinov. Who's Nadinov has it at center. Nice pass to the left side. Backhand shot wide. Okay. I might have to do a tier list of Girl Scouts cookies. I would not answer the door, Hockey from Home. Wow, trying to get the puck out of their zone here. 8 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. Tight game here. Ogren able to knock it forward here. Has a shot. Doesn't get it through. Great job by Ogren skating the length of the ice here, especially after poking that puck away from his opponent. Rishi Rich, what's up, buddy? Go Jets, he says. 44 people watching. Appreciate you guys for joining. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Bro, if you knew watching football and randomly dude named Vladimir started talking, let's throw it to Vladimir. I started laughing in real life. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I'm sure there'll be some of the City Life lore that seeps into the Sota pod. For those who don't know, I cover combat sports on the City Life Project YouTube channel. So if you like boxing, if you like MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, the whole 9 yards, check out that channel. But we will be live multiple times throughout this month as well, covering your Minnesota Wild and throughout the season. Next game we'll cover is Tuesday. Is it Tuesday's game? The next game we'll cover is against the St. Louis Blues. And then we will be doing the Panthers and Tampa Bay game, and then Pittsburgh. It's Alia Jai's birthday. Oh, shout out to Alia Jai. What was your favorite card of the weekend? Well, there's still one more tonight, or I guess early this morning. There's some boxing. I would say the Octagon card. Octagon 62 out of Frankfurt was my favorite. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, back at it here. Back at it here from commercial break. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, we do live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. Actually, no, we will be doing Dana White Contender Series, so we won't be doing the St. Louis game, actually, now that I think about it. But any other games Tuesdays moving forward, because this is the last week of Contender Series. Need the Jets for my ticket last game. 8 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. Jets win the faceoff. Jets breaking out of their zone. Jets with a nice pass up the ice right side. Tipped in. Gustafson. Good job moving the puck again. Eight minutes on the clock. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, X/Twitter, come over to YouTube, join our live chat here. This is where the real watch party is at. I did watch Glory. I didn't think it was that good of a card. Some decent fights, but overall, I liked Octagon more. 7 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock. And Wild unable to get a shot on net there. Lose it to the Jets. Jets have it. Scheifele sends it back to the blue line. Doesn't get it with ease, and the Wild have it now. Looking for reinforcements here. Great job. Boldy has a shot from center. Save by Hellebuck. I've heard that there's been a bunch of Northern Lights to view. I haven't seen them yet, no. Beautiful shot there by Boldy, but tracked with ease down that center lane by Hellebuck. The Wild lost two of their top players yesterday due to injury. Their second line center and like their best center who plays on the second line and one of their top defensemen. And they played yesterday as well, right? So it's back-to-back game. Yeah, it's going to be a brilliant card, absolutely. Nice hockey. I used to see them all the time when I grew up in Prince George. 7 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. Wild have it in their own zone. Good job by Gustafson tracking that one as Morrissey had a clean shot through center. Jets still have it. Niederreiter tried to send it back to Morrissey here, and we might have a breakaway. We don't have a breakaway, but the Wild have it. Wild have it, waiting for reinforcements. Kaprizov sends it to the across ice, doesn't go to his teammate, flips it up in deep, fighting for possession here. Wild have it, sent it backwards. Kaprizov with a shot goes wide. Wild have it at the blue line, keep it in. Kaprizov still has it here. One of the Jets lost his stick. Kaprizov taking advantage of one of the Jets players without a stick. Kaprizov center shoots. Save by Hellebuck. 6 minutes and 17 on the clock. Wild starting to get more shots on net here. 23 now on the Jets 31. I mean, he's only 2 games into the season. This is game number 3 for the Wild. I think Bedard's only played 2 games thus far. No, he's played 3 games. Yeah, he's doing really good. 5 points, 1 goal in 3 games. Injuries are the absolute worst. Yeah, one guy got his nose broken and one guy had lower body injury. The guy who got hit, elbowed in the nose yesterday, I shared that link in the Discord, the City Life Discord. That's the one guy who's out with a broken nose. Just for this game, though. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, concussions are the worst. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm more of a fan of the stick and rink, to be perfectly honest, Hockey From, despite growing up in the 90s. 6 minutes on the clock. Face off to the right of Hellebuck. Very close game here, ladies and gentlemen. And who's Nadinov winning the face off there? That's what you want to see. Left side shot. No, trying to set that up at center was the Wild, unable to do so. Who's Nadinov? Posts up in front of the net here. Wild send the puck in deep. Who's Nadinov? Trying to keep that puck in rotation, and he does here. Oh, and a great left pad save by Hellebuck. Man, that was close for the Wild, and the puck trickles down the ice. Icing by the Jets. Beautiful opportunity here. Crosby is... What are you talking about? It didn't end his greatness at all. That makes no sense. That is so inaccurate and wrong. Crosby has been absolutely dominating the last few years. Will I say that like CTE, he's probably going to struggle later in life and that it took him out a few seasons? Absolutely. But to suggest that Crosby is like, what did you say here? Ended his greatness? That's the craziest thing I think I've ever heard. 1-1 still here, and a penalty coming against Winnipeg. Crosby is almost 38 years of age. He had 94 points and 42 goals last year. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about? But yes, he's probably going to suffer later in life because he's taken a lot of damage. And he had a rough patch for a couple years, and he's been a pretty much over point per game player like he was in his youths since. I'm just winding you up. Hockey, I'm literally streaming right now. So no, I'm not going to check that out. All right. 25 shots on goal for the Minnesota Wild, 31 for the Winnipeg Jets. And we're going to have a late power play here for the Minnesota Wild, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the live chat your key takeaways from this game, key takeaways from this third period. Seth and I did pretty much go over, I think, all the main things. Fast pace in the first period. Jets have been doing well in the faceoff. Wild have been more physical. Great defense on both ends. Second line does need to get going a little bit, but Boldy did have a nice shot. Which one? The Japanese card last night was good. I only watched the main event of the Bivol Bertobiev one, but I will be up at 3 a.m. to watch boxing today or Monday at 3 a.m. So in a few hours. The Nikitani's fighting. So again, humble plug to my second channel, guys, the Sota or the City Life Project, where we do fight companions / watch parties for combat sports. Gus equals good. Yeah, the Inoue one was good. It was good. Dude, Gus has been tremendous this game. Gus and Bogosian, my two, I think, are the two best players in this game thus far. And the high stick there on Hartman is what got them the power play. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here. Second power play for the Wild this game. Unsuccessful in the first one, but they did have their chances. And this deflects up. We're going to get a face-off right outside of the Jet zone. 5 minutes and 18 seconds. First line staying out there. Or sorry, first power play unit staying out there, of course. Barely had any opportunity here yet. Boldy, Kaprizov, Zuccarello, Hartman, and Faber out there. Jets win the faceoff. I do. He's very good. He's very good. Faber with it. Breakout here. What's your team again, Jaden, in the NHL? Or did you just, casually follow the league? Jets get it again here. Kaprizov able to break up the man from the puck, and Kaprizov has it through center. Back to Faber. Faber leaves it to no one here. The Minnesota Wild cannot get a play going at all, and they've wasted 1 minute of the power play. Boldy finally gets it into the Jet zone. Jets have it. Boldy blows a tire, misses. Takes a tumble there as he tried to check the Jets player. Oilers fan. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I actually don't even really hate the Oilers. I just like Calgary more than them. So in the Battle of Alberta, I'm going to root for Calgary. And I wanted Florida just to beat them because I like Florida better. But I'm not like a huge Oilers hater. I hate the Leafs in Montreal way more. 3 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. Three minutes and 50 seconds. And the Wild get it. Johansson sends it back to the blue line here. Final seconds of this power play. Johansson back to the left side. Cross ice. Shot. Wide. And the Jets are back to full strength here. 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock in this third period. Are we going to go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen? That's crazy, Hockey from Home. That's crazy. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Jets still have it. Jets looking to get a shot in that center lane. They don't, and the Wild have it now. Three minutes. Who's Nadinov out there? Faber sends it cross ice. Wild have it. Wild 2-on-2. Wild have the zone. Right side. Wild. Foligno trying to send it to the side of the net. Doesn't. Gets checked there, but the Wild still have it. Wild blue line back behind the net. Foligno, can he shoot? Get in front of the net. Tied up there. Wild don't get a shot off. Sending it deep back in the zone as the Wild get a change. 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. Attaboy, Jaden, attaboy. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And that's going to be offside for the Jets. 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock. And what a game this has been, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a low-scoring game, but it has been a tremendous game of hockey, man. We've seen everything. Good special teams. We've seen good penalty kills from the teams, good power plays from the teams. We've seen some good scoring chances, but overall, we've seen some back and forth, hard-nosed defense as well. If you're here just to see goals, sure, it's not the most exciting game, but fundamentals-wise, this has been an awesome game. The first period especially was a thing of beauty. Yeah, the Leafs are the worst thing ever. I hate the Toronto Maple Leafs more than I love my mother. Sorry, Mom. No, PK retired a couple years ago, I think. He's making the bag working for TNT now. A lot of people love the Leafs. I hate them, Hockey from Home. Wild have done a better job this year at challenging zone entries. Yes, indeed. 1 minute and 53 seconds on the clock. And again, for playing back-to-back, for playing yesterday, and a tough game yesterday, the Wild don't seem to be too gassed in this third. It's just tough for them to get that finishing blow here to close it up. I'm not sure, Hockey from Home. I think he's still playing professional. I don't know if he's in the National Hockey League. 1 minute and 48 seconds on the clock. Wild trying to gain the entry here. Kaprizov forechecks. Top line out there. Kaprizov. Zuccarello. Rossi tried to send it back to Zuccarello. Their Jets got it. Jets take it through the neutral zone. Jets have it on the left side. Great job by Brock Faber, man. This is why the Wild are gave him that extension, man, for things like that. Staying on his man, separating the guy from the puck, making a pass out there. Now Faber's going to lead the rush. Man, this kid's played so much already this season and so much already this game behind the Wild net as they're getting a change. Faber, already 21 minutes tonight. He played 28 the other night. Yeah, he's not that great, Hog from Home. 55 seconds on the clock. Kyle Connor. Oh my goodness, that was a nice shot that went right over the net. That scared me for a moment as Kyle Connor shot from the left side and a nice shot from the blue line there by the Jets and saved by Gustafson, sent back out neutral zone. Jets have it. 35 seconds on the clock. Faber the Brock star. Jets have it in the Wild zone here. Wild trying to get it out. Bad turnover from the Jets and Gustafson with the save. Oh my goodness. 19 seconds. Scheifele, one last rush here. Left side. Oh, and doesn't get the shot off there. Doesn't get the shot. There was the Jets on the right side. 3-2-1, and that will do it for the third period. We're going into some overtime. Wait, 1 second left on the clock. What's up, Jets? Let's go, Jets. Oh, and Foligno not happy here. He wants to throw down. We got some overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We got some overtime. Hopefully Montreal does well this season. Sucks Patrick Laine got hurt early. Let's go Wild. No. Minnesota's going to get a penalty. Bogosian's getting a penalty for holding. Let's take a look here. No way. He did hold the stick of Scheifele there, and it might have saved the goal, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, that's holding. And you know what? That's desperation to not allow Scheifele to get it at all. Hate that happened with 1 second left. And Marcus Foligno there, yeah, he's in all the actions. Damn, that is huge. Huge for the Winnipeg Jets going into overtime. Up a man. Well, now it's potentially Kyle Connor or Nikolai Ehlers. Oh, so they put 4 seconds back on the clock here in this third period. 1 second left. Nightmare today. So what happens now? We go into overtime in 5 minutes if needed, and the Jets will be up a man 5-4. Or is it 4-3 in overtime? I got Hartman for the Wild and Lowry for the Jets. 4 seconds on the clock here. Jets up a man. Nice save by Gustafsson. And he covers it at the horn. We're going into some overtime. 4-3. Yeah, that's what I figured. Some overtime hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime, still 1-1. Unfortunately, the Jets are going to be up a man here. Yikes indeed. 4-on-3 in OT. Nicky hasn't been great for the Jets. Hey, it's early though. It's early. He's one of my favorite Jets players. But Kyle Connor's looked incredible thus far. Need Faber points for my fantasy team. Yeah, no one's really getting many points in this one, but Faber's been awesome. And no Eck. Should we pull the goalie? Nick Ehlers. Win Jets. Yo, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button. Appreciate everybody who's joining us here tonight. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we will be streaming a lot more Minnesota Wild hockey this year. Not even just this month, this year. So how it works, but does Utah have all the Coyotes players? Yeah. So they just straight move the team to Utah. 1 minute and 55 seconds, Lee French. Jets are screwed then? How are the Jets screwed? They're up a man. Rossi. All right, here we go. 4-on-3 in favor of the Winnipeg Jets, and what a crazy night of goaltending for both these guys. 34 saves for the Winnipeg Jets, 26 for the 34 saves by Gustafsson, 26 for Winnipeg. A lot of shot attempts by the Winnipeg Jets. They're pretty even in the first period. Winnipeg was able to continue to hold the lead and outshoot the Wild there in the third. Yeah, Bogosian not looking too happy here, but both the netminders have made some incredible saves. Why are they better in Utah than in Arizona already? The vibes, bro. Vibes. And a lot of their young players are going to take a step forward this year, I imagine, as well. Good to see you, Caden. Second group, Boldy, Brodin, and JoJo. Right where we want them. Now I think the Jets. Originally, I thought the Wild. Morrissey has it. Moving the puck well here. Back to the Jets. Jets have it at center. Jets moving it right side. Great job by the Wild. Great job by who's Nadinov. Great job. Who's Nadinov has it. Who's Nadinov has it. Skates at length of the ice. Gets a short shot on there. Great job by who's Nadinov. Marat, ladies and gentlemen. Mormon vibes, baby. Morrissey has it. Jets have it again here. Cross ice. Oh, and the Jets score! Short left side on Gustafson, and Kyle Connor gets the goal in overtime, ladies and gentlemen, and the Winnipeg Jets are your winner. Oh, and Gustafson saw that one too, ladies and gentlemen. Gustafson saw that one too. Look at this, and he moves to the left here, sees it just too late, and oh, what a beautiful goal. What a beautiful goal. Unfortunate for the Wild here, but the Jets, man, Kyle Connor, who was buzzing all night, able to get the game-winning goal. See you later, Hoggy from home. Hey, thank you, buddy. Clayton Keller looks great this year. He was on the Coyotes. Yep. No. What's up, Jace? Let's go. I hate the Leafs in Montreal way more. Yes. I hate the Leafs more than I love my mother. What's up, Rob? Good to see you. Have a good night, man. See you. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We will be streaming more on this channel. Let's go. Let's go. We got a point. I'm good. Good stuff, Jets. Boom. No problem, Keith. No problem. And thank you guys for subbing, by the way. Thank you for subbing. I originally was going to do the St. Louis game on Tuesday, but I'm actually, for the final Tuesday, streaming Dana White's Contender Series. It's a MMA show on my second channel, the City Life Project. But I will be back the game after. I believe Panthers, Tampa, and Pittsburgh are going to be the next streams on this channel. Like I said, originally was going to do Tuesday St. Louis, but I thought I would be done Dana White's Contender Series, which I won't be. So disregard the Tuesday game. But we will be back for like I said, the Panthers game on the 22nd. Lane Hudson is a hell of a D. I think he's going to improve the Canadians a bunch. Me too. Thank you so much for joining, Dougie. Appreciate you. 35 shots for the Winnipeg Jets, 27 for the Minnesota Wild. Ladies and gentlemen, 5.7 shooting percentage for the Jets, 3.7 for the Wild, 11 block shots for the Wild, 15 for the Jets, 33 saves for Gustafson, 26 for Hellebuck. Look, the goalies had an incredible game. One power play goal from the Jets, and that was the game winner, ladies and gentlemen. That was the game winner. 14 hits for the Minnesota Wild, 16 for the Jets, 29 face-off wins for the Wild, 30 for the Jets. Face-off, honestly, eye test, thought the Jets did a lot better there, but the Wild were up there with them. Each of them had 19 giveaways apiece. Wild had 8 takeaways. Man, it was a close game all around, and the Wild sneak a point away to start this road trip, but a tough one nonetheless. All right, like I said, we will be streaming more this week coming up here. Why isn't this working? One more time. Okay, for some reason, I can't share this screen here. All right, I'll just have to share a different screen. All right, so like I said, scratch this game. I won't be available for this one. I thought I was going to be originally, but I will be able to do Tuesday games moving forward, but I have one more on Dana White's Contender Series on my second channel. But we will be doing the Florida Panthers game. We will be doing the... here it is there. Sorry about that. We're scratching this one. I won't be available, unfortunately, but we'll be doing Florida, we'll be doing Tampa, we'll be doing Pittsburgh, and I will post November's games as well in the next coming days, ladies and gentlemen. Vendetta, Rossi, and Hartman may as well let other people take face-offs. What's up, Vendetta? Am I going to watch the Oilers games? No, I'm going to get some work done, go for a run, and then take a nap because I am waking up at 3 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. And I'll be on my second channel. This is my second channel, the City Life Project. I'll be up at 3 a.m. to cover some Japanese boxing. Thank you to everyone who woke up at 3 a.m. to hang out with us yesterday for some boxing, UFC, as well as some mixed martial arts. That was a good one tonight, but 2 nights in a row, and now Zach Bogosian has made costly penalties. That's true, and you know what sucks about it? Zach Bogosian, other than that penalty, was next to Brock Faber, the best defenseman on the team, and was awesome tonight. Now, you can make an argument that penalty was to try to just save a goal, but it was a little too egregious for that. You are a traitor to the Canucks. Hardly. I still bleed blue and green. I just own a Minnesota Wild Hockey and Beer Network. Co-own anyways. So there you go. There you go. It's all about the grind. It's all about the business. And I absolutely love covering this team. And it's cool. I'm able to cover this team not from just like a straight fan heart point of view, right? I can cover this team from someone who is more of a fan of a different team, but is covering the team in this market, which is fun. Anyways, guys, back on the, 22nd for the Florida Panthers game. Back every Tuesday game, not this week, but the next week's. And we'll be back at 3 a.m. this morning to cover some boxing. Have you guys ever thought of getting into maple syrup? Hey, you know what's funny is I actually have videos on my channel. Let's see if I can actually bring them up here. Here you go. Multiple videos on the channel of how to make maple syrup. Here you go. I'm going to link them to you right here. There's one. And here's number 2. We've actually a lot of vlogs on my personal channel about when we tapped some trees and made maple syrup. Yes, shout out to 7th Avenue Pizza. I will ask them if they ship to New Zealand. They are the best pizza on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. Fueling the Sota pod all day, every day. Minnesota lose to the Winnipeg Jets 2-1 in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. But it was a hell of a game. Hell of a hard fought game. Minnesota Wilds had great performances at times. Getting Eck back in the lineup for the St. Louis game will be huge. The Wild were very, very good when it came to physicality. Were very, very good when it came to defense. Second line needed to go a little bit more, and they needed to move the puck a little bit more in the offensive zone. Gustafson had a tremendous night, ladies and gentlemen. The best maple syrup is from Quebec and Vermont. Agreed with Quebec. Never had any from Vermont. The maple syrup on the West Coast is a little bit, it's more maple flavored, less sweet, which I personally prefer. But yeah, Quebec is goated for the syrup. I will be back for the Florida Panthers game live here. Seth will be back on the next Sota Pod episode tomorrow. Reminder, Monday, 5:30 p.m. Central Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back for Judd's Buds. Wednesday live, Wildly Informed. And then back, I believe 22nd is a Sunday for Florida Panthers. That's going to do it for me here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wild got a point on the road, and the crazy big road trip continues. We'll get Eck back in the lineup. Interested to hear about Spurgeon's status in the next coming days. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining, Jaden, as well. Okay, it's next Tuesday. Hockey from Home always has to correct me. But yes, it's on a Tuesday. There you go. Back for the first of many Tuesday streams next week to cover your Minnesota Wild. Check out my second channel if you dig my vibe and want to join more live streams here. See you later, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow, live Judd's Buds. Wednesday, live Wildly Informed. And if anybody wants to jump on my second channel for Tuesday, I will be live for Dana White Contender Series. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Hope you all had a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Peace.